Now we're live.
Yo, hello.
Hello.
What episode is this? Episode 14?
13, 14?
Let me check. Our last episode was with Noche Americana and Milk Noise.
Correct.
And I'm pretty sure that was episode 13. Let's verify right here. When I go to Apple Podcasts and I search the outlet, yes, episode 13. So we're on episode 14. And we have Frame here.
Big 14.
Hey.
What does Big 14 mean?
It's something Trippy Red always says.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of excited about this one because you're probably one of the guests that I know the least amount about, and that's what I kind of like about this is getting to know new people through it rather than just like seeing their social media and stuff. I feel like you build a different perception of people sometimes that way, and it's cool that I can just
No,
meet you this way.
definitely. I think I'm familiar with no, it's not a diss to your name, but you have a name that's like distinct. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
swear I've seen your name on the internet a couple times.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I've known who you are for a very long time. Like, it's definitely been years, right? At this point.
For sure. I think that's what one thing that's dope about Arizona is like we're all familiar with each other, but you know what I'm saying, whether or not we cross paths or not. It's,
Yeah, I'm
the
a
whole
very, I wouldn't say shy person, but like, I very rarely am the first person to introduce myself. You know what I mean? Unless I see something that I like have to do, or like I really want to work with this person or something like that, or I force myself to. But I mean, even this whole thing was set up through Mike. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, facts.
Yeah, so he's gotten pretty much all of the guests except for a couple to this point.
Nah, man,
So
Mike.
Shout out to Mike.
Mike on like Prestige 10.
He's on in that
Shit.
network. He's the networker. It's easy for him.
It's just the internet, bro.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, like,
It's just the internet, bro.
I don't know. Some people know how to use certain tools, and other people know how to use other tools. You know what I mean? Like, I know how to work OBS. I know how to set all this up. We're good. You know how to talk to people in internet form. Like in person, I'm really easy to like talk to. I can have conversations really well, but introducing myself, I've always felt as weird. So, but
Frame and I, we found each other on the internet for sure, but we actually met each other before that.
What time do you remember? Because I remember this one time.
I remember we were at Estrella Mountain Community College in a class together.
See, like that fucked me up because I don't remember that.
What year was this?
That's crazy.
Nah, bro. This is like
2015?
2013. 2013.
Yeah, I'm about to fall out. That's crazy.
What class was it?
What class?
It was like an art history class.
Oh yeah.
I didn't really go to all the classes, but like we sat at the same table, and I remember I stopped going to that class because the lady was like give us assignments to like submit art pieces that we created, and so like I just kept drawing like the astronaut.
Yeah,
and
she hated.
She by the second one she's like, you already submitted this, but it was like a different variation to me. Like it was like a different background, and I was like, oh, this is some bullshit. I was like, I'm not coming back. But yeah, we were in class together.
Yeah, I remember that class because look, I failed that final because there was like, it was something so petty that I was like, I couldn't believe this teacher, right? Like, what an instructor, because they're not teachers in college level, but she failed me because I didn't fucking put my name on the shit or something like that. Some weird shit. Like something weird, F? Bro. Like she failed me because we took the final and I didn't do one thing. It was the weirdest shit.
That's kind of fucked up.
But you know what? Even make that story even more crazier was like this girl I had a crush on in high school. I haven't seen her since high school. I ran into her in the hallway like after I finished my final. I left and I ran into Shorty. I was like fucked up. This is crazy. That's how I remember that day.
Damn.
That's like
Right after a real low, they're just like, oh, by the way, here's an opportunity to talk to this person when you feel like.
Thanks. Like, and we were cool. We always talked and shit, but it was just like I haven't seen this girl in like a break, and like I didn't even graduate the school that I went to with her and shit. I went to another school and graduated, but that shit was just it was a weird day.
So you're from Phoenix, right?
Yeah, basically
What's
transplant. I wasn't born
basically-
here, but this is home.
What side do you live on, or like where'd you grow up
West
and like go to
side.
high school and stuff?
West Suburbia. I live in Goodyear. That's not where I went to school though. I went to school at Millennium. It's like I don't even know what you guys call it. It's like Litchfield, Glendale area.
I'm not from Phoenix, so I didn't go to high school anywhere in like the whole city. Like I'm
Yeah,
from a
no, I
different
didn't get to go
place.
to none of the cool schools that Mike and them went to.
Trevor Brown was a cool school.
Very, hey, but look, this is the thing. This is why it's a cool school. Because I remember being at school, and I had a friend named Muhammad. He came from Trevor Brown.
Damn, like Rick.
Rick. So it's got to be a cool school. If you know what I'm saying.
There's some wild
like
stuff I heard about
a tier
that
of
school,
cool
though.
schools.
we're a big school. We're a 5A school. I think Millennium was a 4A school, so they were smaller.
I went to like a 2A
I think it's
school.
what
one.
Trevor Brown, Cesar Chavez. There's like one
Maryville.
more. Big Maryville. Yep.
Yeah.
Those are like the schools I always heard of, but I never went to.
South side, west side. I mean, Tempe has pretty big schools. Mesa has huge schools because of all the Mormons.
What
I
is
didn't know
what is
that.
going on over there in Mesa?
I don't know. It's a weird mixture. They've definitely segregated themselves by class really easily. So like Mesa
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
middle class, and then like Chandler, Gilbert, from like south side is like you're like upper middle class, and then like the further south you go is the more money you make. That's what east
Yeah,
side is
Mesa
set
was
up like.
weird. I didn't even know there was Asians out there.
There's like a dope ass Asian market like on Southern
That's
or
what I'm
like
saying.
Broadway and Dobson, something like that.
Mhm.
Pretty tight there. They got these little sodas that I really fuck with. They're like
What they
fruit
called?
flavored sodas. Cause I went to Korea when I was in high school, and they gave us like we just took money and they gave us money. They like matched the shit. All right, I'll explain the whole thing. So we got a foreign exchange student in high school from Thailand, and so he
Different.
came and lived with us for a full
Different.
year. I mean, not free. Like we paid. Like he lived with us and like we paid for his food. Like his
So you-
parents gave him shit to like go places and do stuff and like go on vacations while they were here, so he could like travel around. But like he lived with us. Like we bought him food and like we bought him gifts and like all this stuff. So he was
Y'all
essentially
traded you for him?
no. So that was like through that program of us getting that. I got the opportunity to go to Korea for 2 weeks. So
Fire.
I just went. At first, I didn't really want to go. To be honest, I was like a dumb high school kid, and my mom made me go. And then
Of
it
course,
was
who would
super
want to
dope.
like nigga? We don't know no better.
Damn,
Like,
yeah, I
you
was
know
like
what
a
I'm saying?
sophomore in high school, and I was like, "Fuck, man, Korea, that's far. Like, it's not like I'm going. I'm not
Right,
even in
2
the
weeks
U.S.
is like a
bro.
month to us back then too.
Yeah. So I went. It was super fun, super cool. But they had like mad cool snacks. I really liked like they had different flavored Cheetos and shit, and like their soda. They had like these fruity sodas and stuff. So when I found that Asian market, I was super hyped because I could like get all that shit again.
How did you like get acclimated for like that short time?
It was like with a program. You know what I mean? So I was with 100 other students that were
And they all
from the
spoke
U.S.
English and all that?
Yeah. So I was with all people that spoke English, and it was like a really structured program. So we went to like specific like historical places, and they had guides that like spoke English. But then there was like time we were like free to walk around fucking cities.
Yeah.
So like there was times when we interacted with locals, but anything like we could have just only spoke English the entire time. And we learned pretty
Right.
basic stuff that I've already kind of forgotten. But I
Did you have
remember
any,
the older
ahead.
kids would definitely get served alcohol, dude, because there was like 18-year-olds with us and stuff, and they would go and buy fucking liquor and shit like right underneath where we were staying. There was like a gas station, and they would sell them the shit because they fucking had beards and are like 6 foot tall already. And didn't even
Yeah,
ask
they-
for ID or anything. They're American. They didn't
that's
give
hard.
a shit.
Yeah, it was like living.
Yeah, so it was a bunch of high school kids getting fucked up. in Korea. I met some cool people there. I don't talk to any of them anymore, but
Fake friend.
hey, if I only know you for 2 weeks and neither of us make the effort, then it's fine.
What's her name, Tannen?
What's my name?
No, what's her name?
Whose name? Oh, that girl? I don't know. I get it mixed up because I've gone to a lot of like
If you're watching this
excursions
shorty in Korea,
or like
fucked up.
I remember this one time I went to this like forestry camp and I definitely liked this girl. I don't remember her real name, but we called her Alaska for some reason. I guess she was from there or something. And yeah, she was dope. But then also never talked to her after. Just did what we did there, and I was good with that. And I
You know
left.
the vibes. It be like that a lot.
Yeah, dude, it's a vacation, shorty. You don't gotta bring them home.
You don't bring sand to the beach. Don't.
Exactly.
Don't do it.
Alright, so we've like kind of blown past introductions, so I kind of want to like go back real quick. Usually we started off with like just introducing the guest. So you are Frame. If you want to just like explain kind of
Yeah,
who
tell us
you
what
are,
you do.
what you do. For me, at least.
I hang out. I am a fly on the wall. I hang out with cool friends that are highly capable, and I'm like the guy in the back talking shit, but they fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like a motivated shit talker. That's what I do.
I feel like that describes almost both of us as well.
See,
just kinda
and
there
then,
in the
like,
background.
because I was watching your episodes. I was like, yeah, I peep the vibes.
Yeah, we're just chilling, man.
Mike on the same tip too. That's why I fuck with Mike.
Yeah, I fuck with Frame. Frame's always supported like over there. I've always supported him. I feel like everything he and everyone he messes with is really good. Like,
Likewise, y'all. I think we all at a certain level can like recognize potential in some people and are noble enough to like just get behind it. You know what I'm saying? And just just go run through the wall and just see where it goes. You know, I've been lucky enough to work with some people that are still motivated even to today. You know what I'm saying? To go after their dreams and shit. And that's all I wanted to do.
yeah, that project that came out last year, I remember I was like at the height of my running, so I was using the Nike Run Club app all the time,
Dope.
and I was listening to First Week Out like every day. Like
Hey,
I
I
would play
want to
through it more than once.
thank you, Mike. Because look, no one, not even Demi, and Demi made damn near all them beats, even the ones I did. But Demi had a hand in all that. There's Demi Hughes that I'm talking about. Good news, Demi Hughes. But yeah, man, I really like that project. I like uh, Nothing Lasts Forever. That one was good too because that also was like the sequel to First Week Out. But First Week Out is very special.
Yeah, even just like the way he comes on, like the track that you guys put out before he came out. It was like a 2 minute song. Maybe it's MP3. Maybe that's the one. That shit, bro. Like the way it ends, bro. I was just like,
Oh,
yes, this is music right here. Like
thank you.
it's man.
I be feeling like MP be feeling like people out here in Arizona don't fuck with his music, and like I be trying to tell him, I was like, man, it's good. Well, I don't think I think he's like over it. He doesn't really like devote too much thought into that, but I definitely think there's like I'm still counted out. You know what I mean? But I think that's what every Arizona artist in general.
Yeah,
I
I think part of it is people are afraid to like put in some effort, like because it's gonna take effort to get new people to fuck with you, especially people who never met you
For
before.
sure. For
Like
sure.
you gotta go outside, you gotta show face, and I
Do
feel
them
like all that's
shows.
really important. Yeah.
Do shows out the back of the U-Haul.
Hey, that's old.
Very, very fire. Very fucking fire.
Thank you.
Do it again. Eventually.
Uh, we'll
Very
see.
smart. Bro, I didn't even know I didn't even know you had hands in setting that up. That's hard.
Yeah, yeah, bro, I paid for it. I went to the U-Haul store. I went to Guitar
That's
Center. I
smart.
picked that shit up.
That's
But
smart. That's thinking outside of the box. That's why that's
yeah,
very fire.
yeah,
Until First
thank you.
Friday kicked you out.
Well, you guys were performing at First Friday at the same time. I remember that. You guys were doing the First Friday shows.
With
Like
the
either at the same time or right before us, on the
lieutenant.
other side of the street. No, you, Frame.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Not. I didn't. I just I don't even know what role you would call that, but I know one of the homies wanted to throw a block party, and then they came to me as far as like, yo, who should we have on and shit.
Mm.
And of course they wanted MP and shit, but I was just thinking like MP's dope for sure, but at that time like Arizona was like really fucking with like Teddy Oso, so I was like, nigga, we gotta have Teddy. Like I don't think it's going to even work. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really too familiar with like Slater or none of them like that yet. So at the most, I was like, I already know Teddy, and I'm really cool with Al. So that was like a reach, and shit came together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where were
Yeah, I
you guys
remember we were
performing there?
Say it again.
Where were you performing? Like, where was your?
in front of the old Jobot on
Yeah,
Fifth
this.
Street.
Dang, so that's
What,
like right.
what,
Wait, the old one?
yeah,
So
you know
like,
where Trap House Barbecue is?
yeah.
Like right there. It used to be. I don't even know what that.
Wait, so
that
it's right
building
by where
used to
you were
be.
performing then, right?
Yeah, but they're on the other side. So we were on one side of the street, they're on the other side. And when you think about it, like at that time, First Friday was popping, so like people are walking all over the place. So
Yeah, I
Bro, the
remember some of
biggest
those crowds were
finesse.
huge at
That's the
the
biggest
U-Haul one.
finesse performing on First Friday, bro. Because people are just there already. You know what I'm saying? So
Bec-
if you have just like 20 people that already fuck with the artist or fuck with you, just be there. And then a crowd of people just walking by, that 20 turns into like 50 quick.
yeah, that's
Especially if it's
exactly how
good.
it worked for us. And it's a free show, so like they don't gotta pay to be there. They just
Yeah.
experiencing
Walk
it.
on up.
And it's like the perfect demographic because it's like there are kids there, you know what I mean, walking with their friends, and so like that's the exact demographic you want to get into your shit because like
Everybody got the internet.
yeah, and it'll help it grow like the more they share. So yeah, no, thank you for pointing that out. But I know we weren't the first people to be there, so we
Shit.
had to we had to figure out a way to like make it work without having to build our own stage. You know what I mean?
And that, bro, I'm telling you, that U-Haul shit is genius. Like them photos, I can just see the photos. Like already, like that shit's hard as fuck.
Are low key
Yeah,
iconic.
Raymond. Shout out to Raymond.
How'd the sound? Was the sound good? Like, cause did you guys have the speakers in the U-Haul behind them, or how'd you guys do that?
We had them on the sides, like near the front. I think the sound was decent. Like I wish like was better at it then and understood it, and I would have got a sub for sure. I didn't have a sub,
Mm-hmm.
but it was good because we still had like decent like size speakers on the sides, and like I put them with enough
Right.
space. I had stands, so I think I've had one in the U-Haul, and then one outside the U-Haul, kind of like panned out. And so the sound traveled well. I usually stepped outside for a minute
Mm-hmm.
and checked it out before we went crazy.
How
But
many
dude, I wish
people?
I had some subs.
How many people did you invite to do that show? How many people did you give that opportunity to, and they didn't take it?
Over
Oh
5.
yeah, who turned down? Who turned down?
You want to know? You want to know?
Also, this
I didn't get
is
an invite.
I mean, you didn't get an invite. You're right. I think we did commission you to do something for us though. Like
Yeah,
after
yeah,
that.
yeah. At March, that shit was really dope. I really like that flyer. By the way, that shit.
Yeah. I liked it because it was easy for you to make multiple versions of it because you had the different colors and a couple different pics. Yeah. If I find it, I'll have to post it in like the show notes or part of the
sure.
Instagram post.
I gotta find that shit. That shit was dope as fuck. It's probably on my Twitter somewhere.
we gotta save it,
Yeah.
and then for that should be part of our website launch. Is like an archive of
Yes.
other shit we've done.
Facts.
Like,
Hey, don't sleep on that archive shit. That's
Yeah.
a major key, bro. Because
yeah, just for
old
ourselves,
memes are
man.
fucking resurging and shit right now and shit.
Those NFTs, you know.
hmm I don't
True.
understand what none of that shit is, but
Did you watch the episode where we talked about it? Like, did that help you?
nah.
I know. Okay.
Cause did you guys touch on it on the?
It
I
was
think you guys
with
did touch on it a little bit with Busy Birdie and
so,
girl.
we went way more
Yeah,
in
but-
depth on a different episode with
Right.
Black Lenses, Hades, and Josh Cabalas.
Oh, okay, that was the one I was finna
but
watch next.
I'm gonna cut it soon to where that whole thing, that clip is available, and then you can just catch it
Oh yeah,
there.
y'all gotta do the
'Cause-
clips, bro. The clips are
Yeah.
fucking major key. I was just talking to my young homie who does a podcast, and he's like booming on TikTok
Ooh.
off his podcast, which is like
How does that
What's his
work?
podcast?
wins and losses.
Wins and
And so
losses.
he interviewed like athletes and shit, and like the whole backstory behind it is like just that journey. You know what I'm saying? You take towards your dream and shit. There's a lot of like wins and losses, but I think the overall thing is like the journey. You know what I'm saying? Accomplishment and all that.
Wait, is
It's really
it
dope.
with Clay Travis?
Possibly.
Right here. It's called Wins and Losses Podcast, and then
Yeah.
like underscore.
Yeah, Wins
Yeah.
and Losses podcast.
I'll send
Damn,
links
I just
to it.
wanna
They got a
listen.
nice ass sign in the back.
Hey, and look, that's what I told bro. That's so funny you said that. I literally told bro, I was like, that shit crazy. Yeah, that's them. That's my boy Adam
Dang.
right there in the yellow. Literally watched that nigga grow up. So it's dope.
I'm
That's
gonna have to
cool.
listen to
And
that.
the Wins, it's cool because it changes colors.
Yeah. He said he got it made like off of Amazon or something.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely something you guys should look into. That shit's dope.
Once we
Yeah,
have
make it look
the
official.
office set up, that's what I want to do. We were talking about that while you were resetting, like
Mhm.
what the future looks like and doing these in person again. And like
But aren't you like all the way in like Mars, Arizona? and shit?
that's like a
you
temporary.
far as shit.
That's a temporary thing right now. But
Alright.
I'll be back like this summer, which is
Where
still.
so where do you stay in when you're not over there?
So I was living
what
like
part
on
of
like
Phoenix?
East Phoenix, like 32nd Street Indian School,
Yeah,
like
okay.
Central Phoenix, like
It's safe over there.
yeah.
I live right
It's
down
all
the
right.
street.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot nicer now. When I used to live there, bro, on like Thomas and 32nd Street, that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
That whole intersection's a little rough, bro.
Motherfuckers dying at the gas station. Like, damn.
Dude, that circle. I don't know if you know exactly where I'm talking about, but like, all right, so there's like,
super there.
yeah, so like 32nd
Yeah,
and
go
Thomas,
up.
that's where that is. And if you go up a little bit north and on the right side, there used to be a Circle K, but no gas station. It's just a convenience store kind.
I
Bro,
hate that shit.
oh my god, I've never been like I
On
used to work at
edge.
QT. You know what I mean? So like I was used to like weirdo people coming in, but like I've never been surrounded by so many people that like made me cautious at one time late at night, and I was just like, oh fuck, dude, this is not where I
Bro,
need to
them-
be.
Those people make you understand why there's like passcodes to the bathrooms and shit. Like,
Oh yeah,
you know
you
what I'm
gotta come
saying?
get the
Like,
key,
I
dog.
never understood that until I seen the motherfucker that was trying to go use the bathroom after me, and I was like, oh, you the motherfucker that don't want to have the passcode and shit. You about to go do some wild ass shit in that bathroom.
Working at Quick Trip, like the shit that people do in the bathrooms blows my fucking mind. I'm like, dude, what? Why do you even want to touch your own shit to do this? Like,
Bro,
what's you
it's
on?
bad, bro.
What you
it's
on?
bad.
Like, it's drugs for sure. Like it's gotta be.
Yes.
And they're just like
Shelter.
fucking losing it in QT bathroom. Dude,
That shit's bad because it's crazy because a lot of cops go to QT. You know what I'm saying?
For
So it's
real.
like that would be the last place I would go do some drugs at.
I couldn't even imagine working at a gas station that didn't have a police presence.
It's crazy. There's a lot of gas stations over here on the west side that get robbed and shit.
Mm.
I'd be like, damn.
Yeah, West Side is definitely different than where I was staying. Well, parts of it, at least.
Yeah,
It's
there's-
packed over there on the west side now, huh?
Yeah, because we got I think it's like new families, like young families and shit. So like working class.
Damn, they trying to gentrify.
I mean, it was suburbia over here. I ain't gonna lie, but little areas like Old Town Avondale, I don't think they're really getting gentrified, but it's definitely being renovated and shit. Like over by Agua Fria
First steps.
and stuff like that. It's small steps, but they haven't like put condos.
One day
on,
you're gonna turn around and there's gonna be 7
Yeah.
of them.
Facts. Facts.
Dude. Like I remember my neighborhood. I probably lived in there like 2 years more recently. And when I moved in, we were paying like $800, right, for like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom spot. Like it was crazy. It was super cheap, anyways. You know what I mean? That same place got bought and sold 4 times in the 2 years I was living there.
The whole.
Yeah, like the building.
Complex.
It was like a 4-unit like apartment thing. It wasn't like a fucking 100-place thing. It was really small. But either way, 4 times since I was staying there in like the 2-3 years. I was just like, what the fuck, bro? And in that time, every spot around me, things were getting bought up, knocked down, little condos popping up.
Yeah, yo, the shit in Phoenix is kind of like out of pocket. I ain't gonna lie.
It's because all these people with that Cali money are moving here, and they can gouge them
Yeah,
for that
bro.
extra
Hey,
little
look.
bit.
One of my homie back in, he got a B&B right there off of Roosevelt and like 5th or something like that, right? Literally, one of the doorways were like renovated awkward, and they like you couldn't fit a door in there. It's like they just made a makeshift doorway. The shit wasn't even like level; it was all crooked looking, and they put like a fucking farm door to where the shit like slides to close over it. And I was just like, y'all niggas just put anything in the crib. It's
They're just
crazy.
doing whatever the fuck they want. Yeah, that's
bro,
wild.
it's wild.
I feel like if I was gonna like own a place, I would want it to be like sort of pristine, so I could be taxing people.
Like you would
Like if
rent
I-
it out.
Yeah, like if I was to buy a property to be an Airbnb, I would want to invest into it to make it look really nice. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just so I could be charging them that $180 a night instead of $60 a night.
Of course. Hell yeah, you gotta make it look like a B&B crib, like
Oh yeah.
Instagram ready and shit.
I don't know, man. I be seeing some of those on Airbnb, and it's fucking just the homies' open room next door. And
Yes. I
it's just
remember.
not-
Look, this was right when Airbnb started and shit, right? And we got this crib in like probably like Koreatown in California, and they showed pictures of the whole house. And when we got there, they were only letting out one room. So when we booked it,
That's
we
some
thinking
shit,
we got the
dude.
crib. It was like, nah, your room's upstairs and shit. It was like a room, probably like the size of like a living room with like 6 beds in it.
Oh
and
my
shit, man.
gosh, what a
Yeah,
finesse.
it was weird. It was weird, bro.
Oh wow, I've never had
I was
anything
like,
like
fuck
that happen.
Airbnb.
I stayed at a place in San Diego one time, and it was supposed to be like it looked big and beautiful, right? But it ended up being like above someone's garage, like just like a studio space, and there was like there wasn't even a full bedroom. It was
See?
like you said, the living room and then one bed. And we're like,
Niggas just put like a box on top of they their garage and put some beds in it.
dude, for real. There
Seen
was
it in
like
an
no
RV
kitchen.
once.
Yeah, like you think you're getting the whole house. It was like, nah, you got the fucking you got this room I put together on my free time and to make some money.
Damn.
Should be bad, bro. We had roaches in one B&B, like
Damn. I've had relatively
crazy.
like clean places at least. There was a
Yeah,
lady
it was
that
a-
had a lot of cats.
it was just
did
that
freak me
one
out.
B&B. But the other B&Bs, the ones I'm not talking about, were very fire.
Yeah.
There's any B&B in like Pinnacle, very fire. You're about to get like a
Little mini mansion.
yeah, basically, very fire.
Yeah.
You're gonna live right next to the white people and shit. It'd be cool.
Did you guys do the show when 40 Ounce Fan was here a few years ago at the mansion?
No, but my so that's what's cool about it because there's the homie I went to high school with, I played football with. His name's Chris Castro. He
Rapper?
worked. Nah, he's not a rapper. He's more into like the promotions and shit. He had
Yeah,
parts
yeah.
in free
Free
agency media.
agency,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. So like he tapped in with like a lot of us that we all went to school with, right? And he was like, "Yo, come through." Da, 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 da. And I never made it. Long story short, but I heard good things. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
I just never. I'm not a fan of 40 ounce van. Like I wasn't. That wasn't like a draw for me to go.
I drove for Lyft during that time, so I actually dropped off a couple of girls off at the party from like ASU, and it was
Odds.
pretty funny because they talked about it. And there was so many cars, like bro, so hard to get into that fucking
It's probably easy
um
for them.
yeah.
Should have dropped. Wait, you mean like driving up there was hard, or like actually being allowed in?
Like trying to get in to park to drop them off, because like I'm
Drop
trying to
their
be a
asses
good
off
guy,
at the
and it's
desert.
I got 3 girls in the car, so I'm like I'm gonna drive to the the driveway.
To the front, yeah.
No, bro, that was not a good idea.
It was
It was
like
so hard
blocked
to get
in.
out of there. Yeah, there was still food like coming and going. You know what I mean? Like there were
For
some people
real?
like, yeah,
Damn, shout out my boy Chris, man. Shout out free agency and shit. That's a good look. If it's like that, that's good.
yeah, it was popping for sure. I was like, yo, there's no way the cops aren't coming to this. Like,
Oh yeah. I mean, but like at that level, like, isn't that kind of the goal? You
I
know
guess
what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
Like,
You
as
don't
much
really
as you
want to
wanted
throw a
to throw
party.
like a good show on the first Friday and shit, the fact that y'all got kicked out means y'all was doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying?
there was too many people. Yeah,
That's
they
great.
they didn't like it because it was like going out to the street. Like they're like, yeah, there's too
See?
many people crowding here, bro. They
You
made
gotta
us
be a
move.
disruption.
They made us move the last time we ever used a U-Haul. They made us move it like 3 or 4 times. Like they were bullshitting us, bro. They made us go to the other side, and then eventually I just parked, and I was like, fuck it, we're gonna do it right here. And
Yeah.
we were kind of in the street.
It's crazy how you guys were talking about that earlier and how it like came full circle, that location. We were talking about it when we were doing the comedy shows and like the U-Haul
Yeah,
shows
bro.
around
What
the
was up with these comedy shows? I didn't even know like that was even going on. Who'd you guys have? Like,
we
what
had
was all
a
that?
few different people. Alice Valpy was our like host. She goes Alice the A. Is that still her Instagram? Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, Alice the Alien.
Alice the Alien. She's
I've
really
seen
cool. We met her through working at a dispensary. She don't give a shit if I say she's a huge
Yeah.
stoner.
I work at a group home, by the way. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
work
none
with
of
special
that.
needs kids. It's cool.
No, I got a regular job. I work like in
Hell yeah,
insurance,
man.
bro.
This art shit. There is no to quote the homie CJ Francis. There is no money in art, man.
Yeah, it's for the love at us. Oh,
That's why niggas made NFTs. Like, come
Yeah.
on, bro.
I think there is a market. You have to be you have to finesse people. Number one, number two, you have to be really consistent, and then
You
three,
gotta
you gotta be
compromise
lucky.
yourself.
I
What
don't think
else?
I don't think always. I think that's an easy way, and
Yes,
a lot of people do it. But I don't think you have to.
What you say, Mike? Go ahead.
Yes, you do. You kind of do.
What do you mean
'Cause you
compromise
gotta-
yourself?
Because you got to get to a point where like you're making shit for the people, like because you expect these type of people to listen, or at least you're getting pressured to make music for people, a specific type
Right,
of
but if
person.
you're making that decision to do that, that's one thing. But doing it, like you have the decision.
Yeah, but it's really fucking hard. Let's not.
I'm not-
yeah.
I'll throw this caveat in there too. It's like sometimes, well, all right, as an artist, you feel you're always wavering on like what the fuck you really want to do, right? And it's not like procrastination or laziness and shit. It's just, you know what I'm saying? One moment you feel like painting, the next moment you feel like fucking drawing. You know what I'm saying? So like compromising is just being like, all right, I do want to draw, but fuck it, I need to paint to make money and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah, I think it's still like a decision that you make, because you know what I mean. Like we're at this point where we're making money otherwise. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
In a sense, and like so we're not really making any money right now. There's nothing to really compromise.
Not
get-
profit, but you're
yeah.
making money. You know what I'm saying? Like you're making probably some of the money you put in back.
Yeah.
And shit, but you're
When
not
we were doing
making-
like events and stuff, kind of, there would be times when we would make more money. But we always like reinvested into the next show, and sometimes that show wouldn't make money, and like I don't think we ever felt like we made a profit off of what we've done.
Hell no. There was never a time where I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude, let's go eat some pizza. Let's go buy some pizza."
There
Put
was.
pizza on us,
There was
because
that
The
moment.
show went so well.
We fucking sold out the listening room for the BFR launch. I handed a stack of
Yeah.
cash to Slater, got a check a few days later. Bro, that was it. That was the time, and then we
Y'all
got fired.
fell on top of the world, right?
Yeah, and then we got fired. Well, I got fired and Mike quit.
Hey.
man.
Hey,
Didn't
it is what
happen.
it is.
Go ahead, come on, spill the tea.
No,
Hey,
this
I
is what
signed
happened. Like,
I signed the NDA.
creative
No,
differences.
you didn't, bro. Where's the lawyer? What's
The
your
only
lawyer's
people
name?
that were signing shit was actually me, and
Yeah.
it was for other shit that we won't talk about.
You guys got fired by the artist. We're not using no names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Both
I
y'all
got
got
I
fired?
got fired. Right, this
I didn't get fired.
I got fired.
I got mad because I was like, that was the first time anyone ever talked like.
So you
bad.
walked. No, we no specifics. We're not doing those.
Yeah, yeah.
You walked, and then Tana, you got fired. Why'd you
Tana-
get fired?
Tana got fired first because he wasn't trustworthy.
What does that mean? How you gonna just judge his character like that? What?
After I've spent hundreds of dollars trying to invest
Facts.
into you.
That's why I say you can't really say he's not trustworthy. What
Yeah.
happened?
I don't know, man. There's things that I think that happened that just like rubbed them the wrong way. You know what I mean? I just think
went
the way
to,
my approach is for a lot of people is they're not as like people don't receive it as well as Mike always does. I'm very rigid and forward with exactly what I think and what I should do, and I felt
Right.
like my position was to more legitimize what was happening and bring it to like a business front, help us make money, like really setting all of that up. I thought that's what
That's a part.
the
That's a part
understanding
motherfuckers
was.
always forget.
And I think it got perceived as me like taking charge and like doing shit without them. You know what I mean? I think that was what the perception was, and it was like I got kicked out for it. So I'm okay with it now.
How well are you guys familiar with this artist? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you guys have a rapport? You know what I'm saying? Like,
At this
At the
time, or
time, yeah.
then? Yeah, we'd already been working with him for over a year. A full album release
years.
happened, multiple shows.
yeah, man. You know, I don't even want to get messy because you know what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah.
really know people like that. So, but I do remember going to a listening party for somebody. It was right there off of 7th Ave.
He was by my house.
Next to the,
Hey,
yeah,
that
okay,
was.
yeah. What was that? What was that listening party?
that was for BFR.
That was for Slater's BFR. You brought the dude who produced Mercy, right?
Oh yeah. No, that was the homie YB. He was on Mercy and shit. He didn't produce it, but he was one of his songs were sampled for Mercy and shit.
Oh, that's sick.
I didn't even
Yeah,
know.
no, he's the reason why I started fucking music shit. Honestly,
What was I doing that night? I remember being there. I remember being in that
It was
little
hot,
like
though.
side thing.
He was hot.
it was hot. It was hot as fuck, but it was dope.
summertime.
I remember
It was
listening
We
to
had a
it.
decent amount of people there. I think
Yeah.
we had Chewy there. We had Mars there. I mean, you were there.
See, you know,
brought
it's
the whole
crazy. I
YB.
We were
just
trying to
met
get a
Mars.
wine bottle
I
opener.
just
I
met
remember
Mars
that.
barely like last year.
Oh damn! No way.
Real cool dude, bro. He a big guy just like me. I fuck with him.
Yeah, Mars is tight.
Met him a few times. Never like talked to him though. I don't think.
Hey, real easy dude to talk to. I
Yeah.
fuck with him.
I definitely
That's
want him
Mars.
on as like a business owner. I feel like that's very valuable information that a lot of
Y'all
people are
should definitely
interested
chop
in.
it up. Y'all should definitely chop because that was my thing. I always seen him around, but never talked to dude. When I finally
Mars?
did talk to him, easy talking dude.
Yeah, Mars supported a lot of people. That's how like I even met some of these people. We just Dollar Mill Records. It was him.
Yeah.
You know who was funding it all.
Yeah.
And even the story like how like Low ended up rapping for Dollar Mill. I think it was like Low was just a dude who lived down the street and like that was a smoke shop, so he walk in all the time, say he's a rapper. And Mars like, let me like that's cool, bro. You know, like just pushing him away. And then eventually like he showed him a SoundCloud link of a song where he rapped, you know, shouted out Mars and he's like, all right, you're part of Dollar Mill now. Like, let's do this shit. And That's fire. He just always supporting fools. And
Nah, he was like, you the new member of the Dollar Meal fam.
yeah, he's a good people. For sure. I feel like he's always looking out for people.
Nah, definitely. Yeah, I think that's what we all do essentially, and I think that's why I fuck with him for sure.
Yeah, I think Mars had some shit where he had some of like Chris. Chris was like managing another rapper in 2017 too. I think it was like
Who's
Ape.
Chris?
Chris, your friend
Oh, Chris
who
Castro.
does, yeah. Because I remember like he was on one of the Dollar Meal shows too. Him and the homies. Like
Yeah. Facts.
everything goes
Probably
back. Like
yes,
everything's intertwined.
yes. That's just cool, bro. I think that's just cool. Like that what was that, like 2015, 2016, 2017 era? That shit was cool.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
we're all just having fun with our friends. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I'm a manager, he's the rapper. It was like, this is my friend that raps. I find beats. I listen to his songs and shit like that. You know what I mean? It was
Mhm.
like simpler times.
I remember seeing Demi use his first like music videos that were on YouTube, and you were in them.
Bro, motherfuckers, you know, all right, real quick. Parker Corey shot that video. Or yeah, I think Parker Corey shot that video. Don't quote me and shit. But he's like the producer in Injury Reserve. I didn't know that at the time. But
You
that
didn't
shit
realize
came
the
out
white
dope.
dude behind the camera?
Nah,
You didn't
cause
know he had the
I
camera?
wasn't hip to Injury Reserve. Like I thought Injury skin nigga. You know what I'm saying? But when at the time, it makes sense though, because he like, I wasn't even shooting music videos like that around the time. So when I watched all that shit go down, it was just different. It was
What were you
definitely
doing
cool
then?
though. I think I was just making beats, fucking around with FL Studio and shit, taking pictures maybe, but definitely working on beats.
Was that what being a fly on the wall, a cool kid for people to talk to is? Because I never really got an answer on
Uh,
what you do. So you make
yeah, no, I
beats,
was
you take
my fault,
pictures.
bro. I was on
Nah, you
bullshit.
good.
I professionally shoot music videos. That's the
Okay.
one, my for sure job. And I shoot music videos. I work at a group home, and then all the shit on the side is like little passion projects, hobbies, and shit, like making beats or doing artwork or whatever.
You
Oh,
get producer credits on your friends' records, don't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't,
Isn't that
and like this the other
it's
thing.
like
I don't
I don't
charge
think
for
it's
my
a
beats.
yeah.
That's
for
why
none of
it's a
them?
hobby, because I don't none of them. I never charge. I
You
think I
you ever have one
charged.
that you're like, damn, maybe I should have charged for that one because it's like that good.
Nah, because the way I look at it is like it's funny. It's like the rappers I send beats to, because there's like a handful and shit. But the rappers I send beats to, they always pick the ones that I didn't think they would pick. So it's like,
It's a weird. We've had that conversation before. Like the artist who makes something, they always have their favorites, and it's never what other people pick.
bro,
Like
it's
you,
confusing.
I don't understand how that always seems to happen because I think that's a very consistent theme across all different forms of art.
Yeah, not in, like I don't want to say I like. Well, I do essentially make the beats in mind of like the artist and shit, but I'll throw in like a couple ideas that I was just fucking around with, and sometimes those stick, sometimes they don't. But yeah, it's always a surprise on what beat the artist fucks with.
I wonder, like, it's just personal preference at the end of the day. Uh,
For sure.
how'd you get into all of this? Like, are you self-taught or?
Um, so starting with the beats in the I got a camera when I graduated, right? And this was also around the same time I finally learned how to make beats and shit. I learned how to make beats from this dude on my football team named Mark Hambrick. And so he basically showed me how to fucking sequence the beats, and this is like a 4 count, and all this extra shit, right? I always like been fucking with FL Studio, but it was just like an app I had on my computer, and I just click in the little squares and never make anything, right? So I made beats out of high school, and I was taking photos at the same time. And this girl I was taking photos for, her name was Samantha Vo. Her boyfriend knew her boyfriend at the time was AJ, and he was making beats for MP. And so MP heard my beats and shit, and then that's when the beat shit took off. So he got one of my beats. I don't know what the beat was called, but he made a song called YNA, and it was pretty dope. And the rest was like history as far as music. He made YNA, and we've been working on music forever since.
Wait, hold on. You've been working with MP that long? What year was that?
Probably like 2012, 2013, maybe.
Damn. So you guys are like been friends forever.
Oh, that's my brother. That's my brother for sure.
Damn, that's almost 10 years.
Yeah. We just like take our shit. Being that it's been so long, we like take that shit a little bit more serious now, just because of like how much time has went by. We have a like an idea of like what our shit should be at, like a caliber, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, we have those talks a lot.
Like it has to be a continuation or something like that.
How did you develop your relationship with CJ and Demi?
Okay. All right. So
Because I found out about Demi Hughes through the Injury Reserve song, like off that project with Nick on the cover.
Yeah.
So that's the first time I ever heard about Demi, and that's how I found like you on the video. Was looking for music by Demi. So, like now you said you met MP through like learning how to produce, and then him doing that, and then you guys are brothers now. You guys are like fucking related now, homies now,
facts.
forever.
Twin for lifer.
So how do you know like Demi? When did like you meet Demi, and then when did you meet CJ? Because CJ is kind of like, in my opinion, like CJ's right there. This is like fame, and this is where CJ is.
CJ works for Instagram. He works for Instagram. I'm sold. Does not make music. I don't know who records none of that.
He just
But
post shit to Instagram.
I think he works in the story department of Instagram for real. He's doing really innovative stuff on the Instagram story. You guys should follow him if you guys don't. But I met Demi through Frankie Galindo, who's like a really dope film photographer / family guy. And
do you think people ever refer to you like that, Mike? And and Family Guy? Do you think people ever refer
Mike
to you
is
like
a family
that?
guy. He's an American Dad.
And a Family Guy.
You know what I mean? All the demographics,
He's a family guy. Come on, man. Demi's a family guy too. CJ's a family guy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just like where you get to at that point in life, right?
I think it lights a fire under your ass that creates successful people sometimes.
Facts. You have to, at some point, you got to be responsible, right? You know what I mean? But I met Demi through Frankie Galindo. Frankie was taking photos for this guy. He was, he's dope, but he could use some beats or whatever. And so I think Frankie was going to shoot his music video, and Frankie like just oversee it. And so that's when I think the very first time I met Demi. And then from there, I think I sent him some beats. And then I did like the cover. No, I didn't do the cover. Frankie did the cover for his mixtape. I think it's for the 8th. And then I drew like this. He wanted an 8th like drawn on the back of it, and I did that. And then Demi wanted me to do the video, because I made the beat for that video that Parker shot, and I don't know. We basically been rocking ever since then. Demi's real cool. Demi recorded all of first week out and Nothing Lasts Forever for MP, and I think that song that we shot the video for, right? What fucking song was that? Well, either way, there's this little.
The one you shot on your phone?
Nah, there was a video where the one you seen where I'm like eating Chinese food and shit with Demi.
Oh, okay.
I think I made that beat, but I originally sent that beat to MP, and one of these this other song that MP made, I sent that beat to Demi, and then some way, shape, or form, they ended up swapping the beats and then making the songs and shit, and that shit was dope. And then that's how I think MP and Demi got cool, something like that. I don't know, it was weird,
That's cool.
but yeah, that's how I know Demi.
That's cool. Yeah, because you made some shit for him because you knew somebody who knew him.
Yeah, networking. And all this shit was free, by the way. Like, I didn't charge Demi to do the fucking artwork. None of that. So for all them people that, you know what I'm saying, for all the up-and-coming artists, it's like, nah, I need to charge niggas this, or I need this for my beats and shit like that. It's like, bro, you're not special.
I think in the beginning,
Charging someone that's not going to make you special. You know what I'm saying?
there is a science to it, and like it is part of that like brand appeal. You know what I mean? That exclusivity, that premium cost of stuff. There is some level of marketing.
Yeah, they get that even if it's free. You know what I'm saying? Like, and partly it's free because you don't know. I didn't know how to tell Demi I need $60 for this beat. It probably took 30 minutes to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's part of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You need to know how to get shit to somebody for free before you can charge them for it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do agree in the beginning you should always build your portfolio through free work. I think that's the best way because number one, you get to market. It's like really easily available, and there's no like downfall for that person investing their time into you. You know what I mean? Like, they're not losing any money if they decide not to use it or whatever.
But it's a win-win. It's a win-win.
But at a certain point, you got to switch.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to stop. You got to at least figure out a way to collect some stuff and do other stuff for free.
Yeah,
like a trade of services. I feel like.
I think that's in like that was always my my motivation. I like this dude's music already, so if I give him a beat for free, I'm not mad. Like, I already like his music, so you know what I'm saying. Like, it'll be dope for the both of us, really. Like, it wasn't like, damn, I gotta fucking start charging MP because people like my beat, like him over my beats and shit. It's like, nah, this shit works.
But I mean, what happens if that song pops to 10 million plays?
We continue working, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The way
you
I
still
look at
giving
it,
free
it's
beats though?
Yeah, because like I know how to make my money. That's why I started shooting videos essentially, like, and doing artworks. Because look, all right, for instance, I'm giving MP free beats, right? There's another artist that I never heard of, but MP knows him or whatever. He asked me for beats. I'm charging him.
Okay, now I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And that shit happens. That shit happens a lot with artwork, like the weed bags and shit like that. Like, there's like 3 niggas all over Phoenix right now asking me to do different weed bags and shit for them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's talk about this for a second. What is this? What you mean? Like, you designed the cover of it or what?
Yeah, so I like my dude Yola. He asked me to do he needs me to do the names for him. So like, it's like whatever you do, bro. I already know what you can do. Just do it in your style or whatever. So it'll be like, he has a week called creme brulee. So I'll probably do some script and color it in like a cream colorway or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's commissioned work. And I got that job through Backend.
It all comes full circle.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for the people who didn't get to see it and are listening to this, what he showed was like just some packaging.
I made this little thing right here. This
There
part.
we go.
Oh, okay. So it's like their logo.
And then Bobby turned it up. But the
Bobby.
homies came over, Bobby Tux. Tux is champion. Is it championship rounds?
Championship rounds, yeah. He was a guest on a couple episodes ago.
Y'all had Bobby out here? Wow.
No, we didn't have
We didn't have
Bobby. We had
Ricky.
We had Ricky. So Ricky and Bobby. So
I'm
I
hip to
think
Ricky.
yeah, so I think Ricky runs it, but like Bobby's his graphic designer
yeah.
is what he described it as. And
Man,
so
Bobby
runs
can do some crazy shit. I'll just say
Doomsday,
that.
right?
Yeah, Doomsday. My fault, Bobby, bro. No shots at you, bro. Doomsday, man. Shout out to y'all.
I think they're so synonymous with each other that people often think it's a duo rather than like two separate people working with each other and helping each other. They almost think
I feel like
that they're both doing
clean. This
same
shit's
thing.
really clean.
Yeah. But they're both, I think, cream of the crop right now.
For sure,
in
for
Phoenix.
sure.
I think
Man, this nigga's-
Bobby's younger brother, I think his name is like Godfrey or something. He does a lot of work too. He's a videographer and a photographer.
For real?
Yeah, and I think he shoots some of championship rounds. Like I think he's a photographer.
Man, I got this homie, right? If you guys follow MP and shit, you might see him. He's always the nigga dancing and shit. But it's my nigga 88 Days, and like he knows Godfrey, and so I'm just bringing that up because I didn't know Bobby had a brother until Days one day was like, oh, I didn't know Godfrey was Bobby's brother and shit, and then it's just like that's some Arizona ass shit. How small the world is, because I didn't even think those two would even cross paths or whatever. But
so the reason why I know that was because I ran into Godfrey at First Friday at all fucking places, and he was wearing a championships rounds thing, and so like I was like, yo, like I was like, I'm surprised seeing people out in public wearing this thing that I know just started. You know, like, yo, how do you know how you got this? And then he's like, oh, that's my brother. My brother designed this. I was like,
see, that shit is dope. Like, and then that's the crazy thing is like that's how much time is like went into a lot of the shit that we all been like a part of. Is that like we have siblings and shit that are like partaking in it now. You know what I mean? Like in their own shape, fashion and shit. Like you said he takes photos and shit.
yeah.
So like that shit's crazy.
Damn, can you imagine Oliver throwing a show in high school or something?
Watch, Oliver gonna be like making clothes or making TV shows.
He's gonna do something, dude. Hanging out with the freaking party boys from the age of like 5.
I need a 3D printer in the house. I just don't like that I'd be making trash. Like literally it's gonna be plastic that like will never break down. But I do want one. Not gonna I want a 3D printer in my house.
Somewhere.
I mean, eventually every house will have it. It'll be like a microwave. That's what our future's looking like.
$350 now for like a decent one.
Yeah, but I mean,
that ain't bad.
Eventually, these shits will be so high tech, you'll be able to make anything that's like the size of the compartment in your house. You won't have to go get a PlayStation. It'll just fucking. You'll put in the code. You'll pay for that shit. You'll download the files. PlayStation.
NFTs, baby.
Yeah, that's just gonna be so fire. I hope it's like while I'm still like cognizant, like before I'm like 50. That's like another 25 years. I think that's really possible. Like the way technology moves, it's a huge snowball. It's crazy. What would you make with a 3D printer right now?
How we doing on time?
We just hit 1 hour, or we're gonna hit an hour in like 15 seconds, so we're good.
Let's make some noise for that.
Yeah, hour through. I feel like we never acknowledge how far we are until it's like the end? Like, how
Well,
long
I
did
don't
that
think
feel
this.
to you?
I hope this is not the end. This shit was cool. I didn't even think an hour went by.
No, yeah,
Didn't
no,
feel
that's
like
not what I was meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of wanna like recap where we're at though, because there's so for me like when I first started getting into the art scene, like I was a fan first, like I was excited
Yeah.
to meet people, like
Likewise.
I'd be going to shows, going to people's houses, going to people's backyards. Like I'm excited to meet these fucking people because I think they're all cool. Like
Facts.
I have a huge amount of respect for a lot of these artists. Like, bro, I've been in the studio. I see how much effort it takes to get a good song in. And if you're
Bro,
like
that's
really good, like I've been in the studio with Slater where he'll knock out 3 songs in an hour. Like,
yeah.
like
And
it takes her time.
that's a flex. That's a flex.
Yeah,
Because that shit, man, I don't know if it has to be like perfect timing. Like they have to have the beats already there. They have to already heard the beats. Because if
yeah,
they're like they gotta create on the spot, sometimes it goes array. Like it doesn't go right.
yeah, yeah. He was definitely efficient. I know everyone's not like that. I
Mm.
mean, that man's like an animal. Like when he performs, like I don't see Arizona local rappers performing the way he does.
No,
Like
that nigga look lit.
I
He look
think it's
lit.
really easy for him to get into like a flow state, is what it seems like. He like shuts everything off except for what he's doing in that specific moment, and that's all his cognitive ability is focused on that.
No,
I've seen him. I've seen him not want to perform though. It's pretty funny.
when they don't want to turn on the star power.
Some weak ass show that he got put on.
Yeah,
Like, do I really got to go up for these 5 people? Like, whoa, they're all new people. You never know.
Yeah, that shit's tough. But I think if you like performing and shit, it don't matter because at the end of the day, they know that, like you said, like there's somebody new. There might be somebody new in that crowd. So you know what I'm saying. The show must go on.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think there was ever a time he actually didn't perform
No,
unless the show got
Right.
like canceled or
Yeah.
shut down or something.
but I could tell, because I'm his friend. I
Oh.
recognize his
like,
emotion.
You ain't really. You normally shout this part in the song. You was
Yeah.
just like,
Right. He might introduce a song. Like when the crowd's good, he might introduce a song and say like what to do on the hook. And then he'll like go over it one time and then the show will start. But like then there'll be times where it's like, let's go, let's get this
Next
shit.
song.
Hey, next song, please. Let's go.
yeah, I want to get this shit over. Next one, let's go. That should be funny as hell.
Yeah. So yeah, so I was a fan first when I first started. I was a fan of Indie Reserve. I went to some backyard shows. I met some really cool people at these backyard shows. Like I remember
How were they?
one of the
Were they cool people? Like, were they cool when you met them, or stand off? How was that?
Nah, one time I met Soft is Hard and
You did? She's fine as
Zach
fuck.
Zach FTP in the party. I didn't know him like that. Like I didn't know who Zach was. Like I didn't, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't in that paying attention like that. But we had a legit conversation like for 5 minutes until some fool kid who like recognized Zach, and then he had to put his glasses on. He kind of like just like backed away into like a corner. So like
The nigga was
that
like, yup,
way,
it's over.
yeah. But it was pretty cool, man. I think we just talked about the show and how like why we were here. And he's like, yeah, Adam invited me. And I was like, oh, cool. But like, technically, Zach got millions of followers, like he got no pic. Like,
And no one's seen his face before.
yeah. But that show was tight. I mean,
Damn, that the
it was a
Martinellis.
super small
Yeah.
venue.
Fire.
Okay, let's go. A super small venue. It was in a house. I remember what's his name? Armando from Neighbors was in
Yep.
the kitchen selling Adam shit, the Foul Play merch that was for sale.
Yep. Hey, shout out Adam.
Yeah.
Stand up, another stand up.
Yeah. Adam was kind.
He's just I think he's like 6 foot or something like that. He a
Yeah,
tall.
he's a big dude.
So we we're not standoffish, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's just, you know what I mean? It's
Two big guys
misunderstood.
shouldn't be that close to each
Yeah,
other.
it's just misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? We come in peace.
Yeah.
Like your gravitational pull is just too strong.
Yeah,
knock
man.
into
You
each
know what
other
I'm
if you get
saying?
too
We nice
close.
people. We good people, man. You know what I'm saying?
I've never met Adam before.
He cool. He cool. He white. No, no, he's cool. He's really cool.
You got to be some level of cool to make it from Arizona, you know?
Thanks.
Like, you gotta have the demo, bro. You gotta have people from Apache Junction buying your shit.
I don't know about Apache
Yeah.
Junction.
You gotta have them ready.
Well, I'll say this. I didn't know this until later, but he did work at I think it was like Zoomies or some shit like that.
Dang.
But he worked with the homegirl that worked there. But I feel like that if you're making a brand that coincides with, say, for instance, like a Zoomies or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a good look because the customers that are in there, they already fuck with you because of your recommendation or your salesmanship or whatever. So it's like natural for them to, and they're like, oh, okay, I know Adam. This foul play shit is kind of dope. Fuck it, I'm gonna buy a shirt. Like that's dope. That's smart.
Yeah. He's like a good I mean, I see Christian do that at events too. Like, you gotta kind of be personable with these people. Like,
For sure. That's everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just making them feel seen and shit. Not making them feel seen. You know what I'm saying? Just recognizing them. That's like
yeah,
that's my secret. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because a
I
lot of these
think
people, you know what I'm saying, it's hard to just stand out.
the first time I ever purchased anything from Foul Play, I got an extra hat, and I thought that shit was the sickest shit. I wore it like all the time. So I do
I don't,
think
I don't
you're
think that was
right.
supposed
Like,
to happen. That's clutch. You got an extra hat. That's very
yeah,
fire.
that's what I'm saying. Like, that was a big deal, and so like I feel like you gotta do the things like that. You gotta like make someone feel special in a way. Cause like
For sure.
I read Foul Play and Injury Reserve for a fucking long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
was a
definitely
fan.
remember you with the before they blew up and shit.
Yeah. But that's because they're from Arizona, and like I was trying to do the same things. Like, I was very inspired.
Nah,
Like,
yeah, their run was dope. It was dope as fuck.
yeah, got a deal, bro.
Right.
That's dope.
And like it's just, man, that shit's hard.
Yeah.
It's just
I
hard.
mean, damn, I just thought I forgot. I remembered Grog just passed, so R.I.P. to him.
Oh yeah,
Shout out
RP,
him.
bro.
Yeah, but yeah, this
That's
all
rough.
started because you were talking about everything that happened in the past because you've been doing it for so long, and then I talked about how I pay homage to all the fools who've been doing it for so long because I was a fan first, and then we just started creating some shit. I feel like that's kind of what you do is you just create shit. And that's kind of how you're still technically part of the Arizona local scene
Well, I haven't been on the scene in like a minute, so
officially, but
I don't know. I can't say that I'm like, y'all guys are hip to that I've only seen on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't really like touched the scene in like a minute, but I just don't feel like it's necessary for me to impose shit. You know what I mean? I like there's definitely respect. The respect is there.
So you're still
you're just
doing
living.
stuff. You're just not pushing, like promoting it or anything, or
I can't. I don't want
'cause didn't you
to.
just like post a video? I thought you had shot that.
Say that again.
Didn't you just wasn't like a video that's like in your box that or nah?
Yeah. I shot.
Didn't that just come out?
Yeah, I shot 2 videos recently. One for MP and one for Damon Lowe.
How you not in the scene, dog?
Go ahead.
How you not in the scene if you're shooting videos for 2 people that are recent?
Oh well,
What do you mean by
like
not in the scene?
so I follow shirt the heart. I don't want to fuck up the name.
Shop Heart.
Shop Heart, yeah, like I follow that. It's very dope. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you mean you're not like keeping up with like the new cats that are coming up and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
and so I feel like I'm not really kind of just set into what works for me like right now because I don't want to take away from my guys basically. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, we're all dealing with egos, right? But it's not like an egotistical thing. It's more of like we've gotten to a point to where it's almost all of our attention has to like a majority of my attention has to go to my guys and shit and make sure that you know what I'm saying these videos are being edited. You know what I'm saying? Just my biggest thing is like focusing on doing what I can do and not stretching myself out too thin. You know what I'm saying? So I I I'll throw my likes on Instagram and shit. That's on purpose. You know, I like what I like. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna throw a like. I think everybody should run by that rule. You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
I
Like
be
if you
seeing
don't
people
like it, don't
just
like it.
like
You know what I
every
mean?
single thing on their feed. I'm just like, bro,
Yeah,
some
no,
of
that's
that's
not.
trash.
I don't think
What are
that's
you doing?
because they don't. I don't think that helps the artist, whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But
You.
yeah, like I don't consider myself like in the scene as much as Damon Logan.
You're not with the shits right now.
I
Yeah, man,
don't see.
You're just working on stuff whenever your
I'm
name's
not. I'm
called
not
upon.
boots on the ground.
I feel you. It's a good way to
I
live,
have
though.
to be.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
have-
like I have to pay attention because
Yeah. Well, us, we gotta find who to
Yeah,
who
y'all
to
have a
bring on this
podcast now.
bitch. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that's. I don't really have like an outlet. You know what I mean?
We kind of
Just,
lost you there at the end. The audio was cutting out a little bit.
I don't really have like an outlet. The
I did it
podcast.
again.
It did it again at the exact same spot.
When I say outlet,
Yeah.
it don't let me say outlet.
No, you
Wow.
say outlet and then it cuts off for like 3 seconds.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I don't have one of those like a platform
Okay.
to where I can um display or like even stay close to the pulse of like the scene and shit like that. Other than Instagram, you know what I'm saying? I try and that's why I try and use my stories for it, you know what I'm saying? Sharing the homies accomplishments and products or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's probably as best as I could do.
Yeah, I think that's a
Not
lot of
bad.
what we do.
I think, but I do think you're still very much part of the scene because you're producing products and you're stationed out here. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, no, I love Arizona. That's my bitch. I love Arizona. She's so special.
I don't want to be here for much longer. If I'm being honest, like in
You don't want to stay in
Arizona.
Arizona?
No, bro. I want good, clean air. I got bad allergies, man. I
Where you
live
gonna
here my
go?
whole life. I don't know yet. Probably somewhere like I don't know, man. I would like to leave the
Portland.
country, but that's unrealistic. I got 2 kids. That's expensive. You
Bro,
know?
the wife talks about Oregon too much for it not to already be the plan.
It's
Oregon-
just I do.
Oregon
Go
is
ahead, go
dope.
ahead.
You could just do crack though, and like that's. It's
What?
not-
I don't.
I don't feel
mean-
comfortable with that. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay,
Like,
okay. That's not
I don't want
the
my girl to
exact
just
reality of what's going
wake
on.
up one night and be like, "Yo, I went to this party," and long story short, I'm addicted to crack now. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's different.
Long story short.
Yeah, I'm in, okay. There's a couple things. Number one, is it like is everything decriminalized there? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Or
I
are
can do
you just
meth.
talking about like the bountifulness of crack in Oregon? I don't.
Well,
I
you
don't
can
know.
do crack anywhere.
You
know
could
what I'm
do
saying? But
anything anywhere, bro. In Phoenix, we could find any drug in under 3 hours.
for sure. I think they call it glass. You can do that.
Oh, and anything,
that's really
anything
big.
you want, I
Fentanyl.
got you. I could find it. Don't worry.
Right, but I
Anything
don't
if
want
you-
my because you know, like you know, what I'm saying girls are. I don't know everything about women and shit, but girls are very impressionable, and you know what I'm saying. She might have a bad day at home, and go
You
out.
gonna try crack?
Yo,
Just
no.
tries
You're
crack.
gonna
Like, what the
stop
fuck?
him right now.
What? Okay, I need Jeanette to come back to
This
this.
is all hypothetical.
point.
This,
No,
this
I
could
feel
possibly
you.
never
But
happen.
I think it's so
Never happen.
fucking funny, dude. That like I'm imagining her in this situation and knowing her personally. It's just like that's hilarious. to me.
Bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Girls are.
No,
girls are
I don't think
different.
she would do that at all. I don't even think it would be in question. I don't think she would even be in the position to be offered
I
that
hope
at
not.
all.
I hope not.
That's what just makes it so funny to me. It's like so outlandish to think of that situation for Mike. But I don't understand the deal with Portland versus Phoenix. Like,
I guess it's just because it's like decriminalized or whatever.
bro, that's good.
Some
That's
some
good
random. It's
news.
good. You can go ahead. It's like they're not even gonna arrest you. Go ahead. Just
No, what's
gonna
gonna
let the
happen
ball-
is you would still get arrested for like mass production and mass sale. Number one, like it's decriminalized
Right.
for like personal use. Which number one, if you're just doing drugs for personal use, you're not hurting anybody. You're not doing anything else. Fucking smoke that crack, boy. I don't give a fuck. You chill over there. You do your thing. This is your life. You know what I mean? You should not go to prison for that. I don't think so. It's at a certain point, like you made one bad decision, and for the rest of your life, your brain chemistry has been changed by a chemical substance. You know what I mean? So there's forgiveness there. If someone who becomes
Right.
an addict, when you make that transition into doing like violent shit or like stealing shit, like we have other laws for that. And at that point, you do get arrested. But we're just talking drug use. Bro, I do drugs that people don't agree with. Fuck them.
Well, like what?
I smoke weed and do mushrooms.
It's the feds.
I don't give a fuck. Smoke weed.
Weed is
mushrooms.
not a drug, bro. That shit's grown.
But there's people that disagree with it. You know what I mean? There's people that think that it is, and that it will make people do bad things. And I've never partaken in the bad things. You know what I mean? Just because I do this thing.
right.
So
Nah,
I think
yeah, you gotta
decriminalizing
be
the
fucking-
drug use itself and minor possession is a very good thing because there's too many people in jail and prison.
Right.
I don't need my tax dollars going towards that. And I
No,
don't
that's
want
facts.
people profiting off them either, off of their fucking literally like a disease. Like fuck them. That shouldn't be happening.
Nah, yeah, because it's fucking up the system.
System's broke as hell, but by design.
Broke as shit.
By design. So it's working perfectly for the people that implemented, but for the masses, it's definitely broken. It's fucked up.
Oh yeah. We're getting the short end of the stick for sure.
Dude, it's crazy that
You
you
guys
can
like
have a
into like
for-profit
politics
prison.
and shit like that?
Do I get involved in politics?
This question was for both of y'all, really.
No, but like,
It's
is
my
that was
podcast
that the
now.
question?
Say
Uh,
that again.
The answer is no.
I think I have strong beliefs on any topic. You know what I mean? I
Right.
don't think there's anything that I'm indecisive about or don't necessarily care about. I'm not active. You know what I mean? Like I do things very much behind the scenes. Like I'm not the person to like
We're-
post a
alright,
bunch
so
of
look,
shit on
alright,
Instagram and
look,
like
look,
share
we're
my
gonna have a-
ideas.
We're gonna have a real honest moment right now on the podcast.
Yeah.
Who was downtown 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
When was it 2 years ago when they were doing the like rioting downtown in Phoenix?
Last
like, the
year
walk-
for like all the George Floyd shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
last
it was
year.
a year ago. Damn.
Yeah.
Alright, but yeah, were
I
you guys
went
down there?
to one, like in person.
Oh, shit.
Like
You active, my boy. I don't you can't say you know. You went, bro.
okay, but like okay, if you think about the grand scheme of thing of like what the Black Lives Matter movement is calling upon its participants, I'm in no way upholding that. You know what I mean? Not that I don't believe in it. I 100% support it, but like I'm not one of their active participants. But I completely support them and believe in them. But I went to one rally.
Right.
I don't think that makes me active. I mean, an active person would
I'm
still be writing
active
letters to
on my
Congress, still be posting shit, still be calling for action. I'm doing none of that. You know what I mean?
Side note,
I
shout out
have
to
my
all the women
beliefs.
with Black Lives Matter.org in their bio still.
Shout out to anybody.
A year
Um,
later.
You know what I
From
mean? Like,
more
there's a
specifically-
difference, right?
Right.
And like, I
But
think-
I wasn't down there I wasn't down there with the tanks and shit. I'm sorry.
I didn't see no tanks
And
in
I'm
the one
black.
I went to. My shit was very
s-
structured.
I seen tanks. No, you know what? I did. I seen tanks like on Fillmore, bro.
Yeah, the one I went to
Or-
was like by like in Cano Park, dude, and like they went to like the
that's the other
State
side of the,
Department or something. Yeah, it wasn't like right downtown. That shit was. I didn't get sprayed with like
Yo,
pepper
hey,
spray and shit.
downtown looked like a fucking video game.
Fuck no, bro. I'm not about that life. And
Mike,
that was
you was
already when
there?
the pandemic shit was happening.
No, bro, that was
Good.
happening.
It was with
at
your
the
family.
beginning. It was at the beginning of COVID, I think, because I was already working from home.
He's a stand-up.
And I got a family at home. My wife is pregnant, so I'm not gonna go outside, bro. I'm not risking my. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel
thank
you.
you to the people.
This man's
We
applauding
went.
you
We
for.
went to a protest. When Donald Trump was running for president downtown.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't go to
and
that.
We took Oliver with us, and they pepper sprayed the peaceful event. Like,
Did they get your
so-
little man's?
no, but like
Thank
we were lucky, bro. I got a good parking spot. Like, I was parked in like within a light.
Didn't
so
you
I
live
was
right
just in-
there?
Yeah, but I didn't walk over there, bro. That's still a long walk, especially with
Yeah,
Oliver.
That's
Hell
true. That's
no.
true.
So
Yeah,
we
you got-
parked.
that's like easily
pretty
like a couple
close.
miles.
Yeah, it would have been for sure a couple of mile walk. But we parked, and we were able to get away. But like, if I would have parked any further than what I was, like the pepper spray would have for sure like affected us in our breathing. Like, cause it was like I saw one
Yeah.
bounce like before I like went out, and I was like, oh fuck, like
See,
why
nah,
is this happening?
See, nah, man. I can't go. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Crazy how militarized the police are at this point.
Bro, it's
Like, I can't remember
unnecessary.
where I was listening to it, but essentially it's like rollover from like 9/11. People thought there was gonna be like
Oh, yeah, they're
war
using
on
the
our,
extra-
our
the
ground,
extra
so
shit?
they like really armed up police departments with like actual military grade shit, just in case there was some sort of war that happened in the U.S. And then it
Mhm.
never fucking happened. And they just started using it against us.
They just like knock the dust off these fucking
They're like,
flashbangs.
well, damn, we got to use it one day. How fun would it be to shoot this shit?
It's like, come on, boss, please, let me use
Yeah.
the smoke grenade.
Let's take out the
Please.
riot shields and the rubber bullets. Fuck them.
Not on January 6th though. They forgot where they put the key to the fucking storage closet.
Yeah.
Jesus
Did you see
Christ.
that shit after the car thing? Like, I just saw like a fucking line of people in the military just walking through the state house. They was ready in case anything popped off again.
That is so extra, bro.
Yeah. Oh, it was extra, but like, bro, who the fuck knows what the hell is gonna fucking happen?
I know, but it's like white people do that dumbass shit for events. Like, not us. We be trying to go. We go to fucking like those type of shits and try to get heard.
Yeah.
Like,
nah. It's a
White people show up with the fucking the bullets across their chest, ARs out. Like,
Oh yeah.
nigga, I'm ready to kill somebody. Like, what the fuck?
It's 100% like what's the opposite? Like I feel like they feel very threatened in a sense of what their very usual way of life was, and
That's all that is.
they not wanting that good shit to go away. You know what I mean? Like
And we're on the other side, just fed
Yeah.
up with.
yeah, but I think
the
the
same.
misunderstanding is like equality doesn't mean you get less. Nobody seems to understand that on their side. That's not what equality
Yeah.
means.
I don't need a lot of money, man.
Right, nigga. I just want to be treated the same. Like, I don't want to. I want to be let off sometimes if I go over the speed
Yeah.
limit. I don't want to just get pulled over for no reason.
Bro, I don't think like highway patrol people should have firearms, bro. Like, you don't need to have a gun for most interactions. There's police officers in other countries that don't have weapons. Like, if
Facts.
shit pops off, you leave and you fucking call a second party that is like highly trained in these situations, not your fucking average Joe pulling over whoever the fuck they want. Like,
So we
Right.
could have like, we got the fire departments. Like, we just have like a, like people with weapons set up like a fire department and just
yeah, like
They
you
just
you
whip
would have
out-
like a SWAT facility. You know
just
what I
call
mean?
them whenever they're.
We're calling the armed unit right now. They're on the way.
Yeah,
15 minutes out.
But like with that, you also have to like reform the fucking citizens' use of guns, which is insane at this point as well.
There's
But
You
no
can go buy an
way.
AR-15.
you see that they changed the shit now, right?
What shit?
So you can't conceal or just carry open carry no. In like in Arizona,
Fuck yeah.
Seattle, or something, and that's big because when I first moved, that was the whole thing was like that it's an open carry state. So like
Yeah, you don't
I remember seeing motherfuckers in Barnes and Noble with the heat on the side and shit. Like
working at QT. I'd see that shit all the fucking time, and I'd be so fucking nervous around that. Like, why you need a gun?
I got used to it, but it's just like damn, bro. Like there's niggas with guns that don't even have that shit on their hip right now. what
Real.
are you going through in life?
Yeah, that's wild. I didn't know that AZ switched that up. Very surprised. I'm gonna have to
Believe me,
look into
I
that.
almost didn't believe it when the homie.
That's
Side note,
crazy.
look at this motherfucker I just put together.
Hey.
Look like a lightsaber.
You roll them right, bro, because some people be rolling J's funky,
Oh, yo, where they look like
little fucking like crumpled up straw wrappers.
yes, bro. I hate this shit. When motherfuckers hand you this shit.
Yes,
this
bro,
shit.
bro. Those are the motherfuckers that 1 gram is like five joints. I'm like, you mean one? What you talking
One
about? Five?
all right joint too. A gram is
Yeah.
one all right.
Yeah.
I
Oh
don't even think
man.
this is a whole gram right here. I
Wor-
think this is like a gram and then some.
Working at the dispo, just hearing people's smoking habits, I would judge hardcore when people would say
Facts.
shit like that. I'd be like, especially
It
if you're
fucked me up.
smoking a blunt with that. I'm like, dude, you're smoking a wrap. Like, stop playing yourself. You're not smoking weed anymore.
But all right, so like the homies smoke wax, right? And I don't really smoke wax. So when they go in depth about their wax shit, like the chirps and shit like that,
It's cool to mix
I'm
with
good,
flour.
bro.
I'm not too big of like actually dabbing and like using the torches and shit, but like throwing that shit in there, it makes it like burn so
Yeah.
much slower and like.
And you can
fucking-
taste it. It's weird.
Oh,
You
it's so
You
good.
know when you hit that little pocket.
Dude, moon rocks. You fuck with moon rocks?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Man, I loved when they first came onto the scene. We tried, you know what's so funny? We tried rolling in like probably like Dutchess or some shit like that. And the shit burned all weird because the wax and the keef would get hotter than the weed. And so like, you know what I'm saying? It would be all thrown off. Like we'd have to fucking break it down real fine and shit for it to like smoke really good.
Science.
My favorite was just like making a worm of like some straight wax and just dropping it right in the middle the whole way through.
Yep. And then throw a little flour over it.
You'd
and
have
all
some
that.
blunts
That shit-
lasting 30, 40 minutes, dude. I'd just be like, fuck.
Bro, and you get, you know what's so crazy? You get halfway. Well, me personally, I'd get halfway and be like,
Yeah.
whew, I'm good. I'm
Nah.
already high as shit.
It was cool because like the whole shop was usually cool with each other. So whenever people got off, it would be like 4 to 5 people smoking real quick before everyone went home. So it'd
Did
be
you
like,
would you make them at work?
they were people who made these things called space sticks, which was basically like a cone that they wrapped wax around and keep on the outside, and then put weed inside.
It's not like the Thai sticks, right?
Nah, those are way
Have
better.
you smoked one of those?
Because of the hole in the middle, the like the smoke is so much better.
Oh, okay.
So I
I
think
never smoked one of them Thai sticks. Them shits look interesting though.
they're cool. Well, yeah, like that hole in the middle is also like you actually can fucking breathe it through because the wax makes shit fucking tough to go through sometimes.
Yeah.
Like imagine
Yep.
just smoking a fucking candle. Gonna get you high as hell though.
I remember the first time I dabbed, like I felt crazy.
All right. So did you blow your fucking chest out?
No, I was
Nah,
warned.
We were with,
so
we
I
were with
think I knew
smart
better.
people that like already dabbed, you know. So like we let it cool down and shit.
Yeah, nah. Bro, I barely got hip to letting what do they call that bullshit? The fucking
Like
the
bowl,
coil or whatever.
the dish, coil, yeah, whatever you're using.
Yeah, you letting it cool down after, because motherfuckers would that bitch orange. All right, drop the wax on there, right?
No.
Nah, no.
Yeah, you definitely
Let
burn
that
the
shit cool
fuck out
down
yourself.
and let that shit just simmer over that shit. Way
It
better.
tastes better. Tastes way better.
But I really fucked with the dab straws. I don't know if you ever used one of those. It looks way more
Nah.
cracky, but
Super cracky.
super convenient. But I like flour the most, for sure. That's all I use
Yeah,
now.
flour is just, I don't know, it's just over reliable.
Way more. Feels way more nat.
Yeah, and I remember like my first time smoking.
I remember my first time getting high. Like, I smoked a couple times and didn't feel anything. Mike actually got me my first weed.
For real?
He was the middleman.
Yeah.
I didn't even, bro. I thought you were straight edge. I didn't even
Me?
think. I didn't even think you were,
Nah.
bro.
I mostly just smoke weed. Like, I don't really do anything else. I drink sometimes, but not my favorite. I feel weird when I drink.
Yeah, I be feeling like I'm too loud.
Unless I'm out. Like, if I'm out, like, at a bar and shit, that's fun to me. But, like, just drinking by myself feels fucking... I feel weird.
Nah. Yeah,
I gotta bring down the
be
party.
drinking-
I drank too
You
much.
got,
So I had
you
to
gotta bring it
stop.
down.
Yeah, I drank too much, so I had to stop. Like, I stopped drinking when I was
Yeah.
24. I drank a couple of times this last year, like, cause now, like, I have control. Like, I'm not ever gonna drink.
The
again.
water, the water. You gotta chase it with water. That's the secret.
And you just gotta not drink in excess.
Yeah, just don't drink a ton.
You can't just be like,
Depends,
all right,
like,
I'm gonna take 4 shots and then just drink beers the rest of the night. Like, you're gonna be fucked up in the next 3 hours.
It depends. Like if I'm creating this shit, like one night I got fucking bro. I was by myself one night. This was my day off, and I damn near drank a whole bottle of Jameson. Just making beats and smoking weed out front the crib, right? Nigga, I go to the bathroom, bro, and I'm fucking spinning. Like I'm fucked up. This is how you know when you fucked up. Like it was pitch black in the bathroom. I didn't turn on the lights and shit. Man, I was throwing up in the fucking toilet. I was like on my knees, just throwing up for dear life. I was like, damn, I'm fucked up right now.
You want to hear the best
the
thing
worst
about
one.
not drinking? That never happens. I never accidentally get too fucked.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like
I
I'm
was
so
like,
happy.
You ever have
Like,
that experience
I
but
hate
not in your own bathroom?
hangovers. Do you get those still?
no, because I drink the water. The water is like the major. I feel more tired, like fatigued and shit. And like I'm literally passing just liquid all day. But other than that, I don't get no hangover and shit.
I
Me neither.
remember I was trying to eat breakfast one morning when I used to drink, and I could not. Like, I felt like
Oh yeah,
I
I
felt
don't.
like I was still drunk in the morning. I could not even, like, as soon as I tried to taste that food, I had to spit that shit right out.
Yeah, because it's like your whole shit be thrown off, bro. Like that's
You
all
drink
you
it?
taste is that.
It's poison.
Mhm.
For real. Yeah. I don't know how we got on this topic. Remember? You remember, Mike?
I don't know. No, I'm just kind of going with it.
Yeah, you guys got some question?
Some questions. I mean,
I
do you
didn't.
have any questions?
I mean, I have like our ending questions, but are we there yet?
All right, well look. So all right, Tanny, you got to go and give us a brief breakdown. Well, give me a brief breakdown because I'm not too hip
Okay.
with your background.
Okay. So, me and Mike met as freshman year roommates at ASU, right? So
Oh damn! All right.
we met in 2011, right?
We're both in engineering, so we
Yeah.
were in the engineering students, so we shared like a room. Some of the other like majors at ASU, they have like a different dorm situation.
Yeah. They
So
basically separate you
What
by
year is
whatever
this?
school. 2011.
What dorm y'all stay in?
PV.
Paulo, PV,
PV East. No.
PV
PV Main. We
West?
were in Maine.
PV Main. It's not there anymore.
Yeah,
Like it's
it's
probably
gone.
called something else now.
No, it's still PV, but they have like the facility's different. They
Is that
knocked that
off
shit
of
down.
was
Off
it
the
off
uni,
of Priest?
right by the bridge.
The white braids?
Yeah, on University.
Oh, y'all had them dope ass where
No,
like
we
they
had
had like the X's.
no. Those were like our friends live there. We lived in a different like
Yeah.
that's
Behind it?
PV East. Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
three
Okay.
different sets
Yeah,
of PV.
we were in
but
like
yeah,
the
in
short
that
middle
area.
one.
Yeah,
Oh, they
there's like
put y'all the fucking parking garage over there.
like
Yeah, right in
yeah
front of
by
the parking garage.
garage.
Yeah, so that's
Okay,
where we
yeah.
were. That's how I met Mike. At that time, like I had just moved to Phoenix. I'm from a smaller town, from Miami, Arizona, and then after we graduate with my roommate that I have next, who's my friend at that time, I started a brand and make clothes. So we're just making like T-shirts and stuff. The whole premise of it
Tell us
is
the name.
it was MRNE. It doesn't really stand for anything. It was just like the initials. We liked them. But the whole premise of the brand was that we worked with different artists to bring like our designs to life using their like aesthetic in a way. So each shirt was with like we would think of what they were really good at and come up with a design. And that was like I'd had 3 drops maybe, and I pretty much stopped doing that. Before that ended, I transitioned into like doing interviews of local artists, and that's when I like met up with Mike and we like paired up really. Really, I was trying to like start a magazine. Was like how this all started, but eventually, like that's what actually came out of it. I started doing
Yeah,
those
we wanted
interviews.
physical for sure.
Yeah.
This is all still 2011.
No, this is 2013 maybe.
Yeah, I already had a kid. No, 2014. I had a kid
2014.
already.
Yeah. So it's a while after. Like I did the shirts probably for like a year and a half, 2 years.
And I
after.
thought he was so cool when he did that shit because
Yeah.
you know that
Wow.
that like I always wanted to have shirts too. So
I just
like
didn't know.
at this point we didn't talk really, and I was just like just admiring it from the back, and I thought it was cool.
Did you
Like
you
the
screen
shirts you were
print?
making.
What you
It was I had so I think there was only one that was screen printed and the rest were like direct to garment. Like because it was really like a lot of colors. Like
Yeah.
it was really what the artwork. Like it was
All
really
right,
I was
real
selling
quick.
prints almost.
real quick because like I really fuck with clothing brands and just like the whole inception of that shit. Were you getting hit over the head with the details?
I was definitely spending a lot, but I didn't. I bought a lot of different designs and like 30 of each. So like I was digging my own hole. You know what I mean? I wasn't like going all in on one design and shit. Like it really was about. I was going at it as an approach of really trying to share these multiple artists' work. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
think my first one was 2 designs with like 30 shirts each. I probably paid like 12 to like $15 or something for each shirt.
I'm sorry, Tan. You got
Yeah.
waxed.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like I was making really small quantities, so it made sense in my head for what I was getting. Like
And you were like charging what, like $40, $30?
I think it was like 25 or 30, something like that.
Yeah, so you'll make it like all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
No, I never made money off of that. I lost a ton of money. You know what I mean? But like I did shit. Like that was like the main thing that I did out of it. Like no matter
course.
what, I'm just gonna make something. I'm gonna put it out, and then we're gonna go from there.
It wasn't just something you talked about doing.
Yeah, like that's it. It bothers me that that is what a lot of people end up doing, and I think not to say I inspired Michael to do it, but like he said, like it was another person that he saw that was like really close to him, cross paths, very similar, and then like he eventually started working with. You weren't working with Slater when we started the interviews. Like I called a bunch of people to come for basically to start the outlet as a magazine. There was like 10,
I was working
10
outside at
12
the time.
people. Yeah. And Mike was one of them. And then that just kind of devolved into me and him working. And we started doing interviews. Eventually we like just didn't like the quality of everything. They were like video interviews. We stopped for a
No
little
mics.
bit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like a
Yeah,
shotgun mic.
Yeah. Like
and then we
recording from a
realized we needed 2
DSLR.
cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
Oh yeah, that's why I don't do interviews now. It's like shit.
yeah, like the
I don't have 2
production
cameras.
quality just wasn't what we wanted. And then after that, like during that, Mike met Slater and became his manager. You know what I mean? They start
That
working,
was hype.
doing shows and shit, and then I kind of just like stepped into it. You know what I mean? Like I did what I did.
I think we all we all kind of stepped into some of these.
Yeah, like I saw the opportunity to help them and realized that it was something that I believed in and wanted to succeed. So one day I just like started collecting money at a show. Like I think that's when I like clearly joined. You know what I mean? That was the night in a way. After that, I
When we
think
were
I had more input.
when we brought the outlet back officially was like for when we rented the Nestor studio um that one
Yeah.
year where we had like where we did the interviews with like Christian and Jared for the first time just on SoundCloud when we released those. I think that's when we first like came back, and at that time we were talking about running Live Great like if it were Warner Brothers. Like I really wanted
Yeah.
us to be like a creative like studio. I was like, bro, we have everything here. It's all here. It's all here. Like if we're all working. Like we're all working to a certain goal. Let's go. You know, like why the fuck not? Just keep going as hard as we can.
Yeah.
Facts.
So to like
And I
summarize
think
that event, we like rented a studio for what 2-3 months, something like that,
yeah,
and it was with like other creatives. So Heart was there, Never Good Enough was there, Project was there for a little bit. We were there. My cousin, who's like a painter, was there. We had at that point any member of LGDA was coming at certain points. So it was just like a creative space, and then
Preston,
it
Inland.
culminated in like oh yeah, Preston, like 4 of 3 events, right? So there was like a movie night that we had where we just like projected movies. I think that was actually like on Halloween or something.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, not very many people showed up,
yeah,
but a few people did. It was
yeah,
tight.
it was fun. It was a photo workshop. I actually didn't get to go to that because I had to work my real job
A,
at that point. But
a bunch of random people showed up. That was tight.
yeah,
Like people I'd never met. Different
uh,
people than the other venues
and
or other shows.
that was with Black Lenses and like Faded Chinos. Never
And
Good
Santo
Enough.
Sin Cara too.
Yeah, and they like ran the walk or whatever happened. I don't know exactly. And
What year is
then
this?
this is 2018,
20, 2018.
and then the last thing was like a weekend long pop up shop that had Never Good Enough, Heart, and then Cassie had an art show. Who was my cousin, the artist that like was working the whole time, and
Mhm.
she had like 18 to 20 paintings probably in
A
that
full
time.
wall.
A
Like,
full
from
wall.
floor
Like
to
this behind her, this like planets is hers. It wasn't from that show or anything, but that's from her.
She did it. That's fire.
Yeah. Dude, she had this painting of eyes. Like that was definitely the main attraction of her whole thing. Like it was crazy. It was huge. Probably like
huge pieces.
5 by
Yeah.
7 maybe, like feet.
Damn. Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's just like she just painted
What
different
was
eyes and structures and stuff.
what was that dude's name? He's a friend of
Cooper
Cassie's.
was her friend, and he's really into tech stuff. He built this machine that you wear these glasses and you move your hands in front of the glasses to make sounds, and like it's like an instrument that you play. But it had a very like rough sound. It was kind of like a synthesizer in a way. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But through his
What they call
through
that?
his glasses.
Not a Moog. It's like a platform, and then it's got a metal bar
Yeah,
to do this type shit.
yeah.
It's
So
like a synthesizer. Like
it was really cool. He did that all during that time we're like organizing shows and concerts, planning events, helping with marketing for all of that stuff. After that, I get fired. I kind of go into like a period of not working on anything for a little bit, and then we come back with the comedy shows, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah, because we were working with Alice at our job, so
Mhm.
like she's like a stand-up comedian. She like bro, she's doing multiple shows a week. You know, like literally walking from club to club, like
yeah,
just as many open mics as she can.
mhm.
Um,
and the
and
scene
so
is really cool. It's like really connected. So she knew a ton of comics.
yeah,
Yeah,
so it was
that's
kind of
fire,
cool
man.
because it was something we're both interested by comedy. You know, like comedy, like anything, like jokes are hilarious, man. Like
As
if you could
fuck.
write those, you know, like everyone needs that. People need laughter. So like getting to meet her, she's really tight. You know, I feel like she's a genuine person. So it was real easy to make that connection with her. And then when she like introduced us to some of the other people and like, hey, this person should open up for us or this person should be there. It
Right.
was like really easy. And then she was throwing her own shows called what were they called?
Burnout.
Burnout. Right.
It's basically like a huge roast battle, right?
That's
Like
hard.
I
Yeah.
only went to one. That's what the premise was. It was like
No,
a
we went to 2.
tournament style roast, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty funny, like, and she has like a wide variety of like types of
And it's
people.
highly
I think.
produced.
Yeah, it's good. Like it's a good show. The
Yeah.
the comedians she picks are good, so we thought it was a good fit. We did 3 shows with her. 2.
Yeah. And we
Yeah.
did them at the
S-
fucking the place where the first U-Haul show was.
Yeah, so
On
like
5th
that
Street and
empty
Roosevelt.
lot became a condo / restaurant thing, and that restaurant was actually a coffee shop I worked at called Smooth Brew. So they let us do the comedy shows there. And then we brought back recorded interviews that was like highly curated. So we had comedians, photographers, artists, clothing brands. It was like 5-6 episodes.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit and we stopped for up until like the last 2 months. And we've been just
Okay,
doing
alright, wait.
interviews again.
All right, I got my next question ready for you.
Okay.
And then now we're here, right?
Yeah. This present day.
And how would you guys say? I remember the outlet popping up. Was it last year or it was like 2 years ago, right? When you guys started?
I think it was last year at the beginning of the year, like March.
Like when
It's like
the those like recorded ones came out with like Perry and Never Good Enough. Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
beginning of 2020.
Okay, yeah. Okay, because I remember getting the Instagram.
Yeah, so that all
Oh,
started
okay,
then.
Instagram, right.
That's when we started taking like the interviews like a lot more serious. We bought like the mics and everything, like invested into it so it was at that level that we wanted. And in the beginning it was just we didn't have any video. It was just the audio. And then
Yeah,
like once
as
COVID
every
hit,
other podcast did.
we fucking didn't do anything. Well, I
All right,
moved.
that low key goes into my next question. How was y'all COVID, your quarantine initially?
I don't.
Just like personal life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You want to go first, Mike?
Yeah,
Well, at the time I was working for Facebook, like not for them, but like doing
you working
Facebook
with the
ads.
ops?
Yeah, that was work, bro. I'm
Buster.
sorry. I know.
Hey, Instagram is
Buster.
Facebook, so what's the difference?
I don't know, but he really working with the feds, though. Bro, you gotta watch this.
It's
guy.
true, bro. It's true. I'm an
Yeah.
asshole.
No,
It
we
is what it
just
is.
had the man on the inside, you know. That's what it was. Don't get it twisted.
So I'm
Hey,
I'm
you-
working
you-
there.
You his man for real. I fuck with that. That's hard.
And so they sent me to work from home, and that was pretty interesting because like I remember when I was in training at that job, like there was like a Starbucks near the facility, so I would like I would show up late from lunch all the time because I'd be editing the fucking the shit for
Real one.
Twitter, yeah, and
Yep,
editing the
real one.
podcast to go up, and so I remember that. So like once we started being at home, we're like, all right, dude, I don't know when we're gonna meet. We gotta figure out how to do this on video. We gotta do it on Zoom, because like at my job we use Zoom. So I was like, we should do it there, and like it just never happened. Like we just kept saying like, oh, we'll do it soon, we'll do it soon. And then at the same time, I was studying, like front end development. So I was like learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and
You know all that shit?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Both
I
of y'all
mean-
niggas are engineers and shit. Of
No,
course you-
that's not that's
shit.
not what I graduated in
Nah.
at all, and I don't know
Yeah.
any of that. That's all him.
I never got a degree though. Like this is self-taught. Like I paid my wife paid like $300 for this course. And
Okay.
it's like really neat. It's called Skill Crush. I do recommend it to people. Like you should check it out if you want to learn how to code. It's real simple.
Right. Syntax errors and all that.
Gotta
yeah,
quit
yeah,
playing
yeah.
video games if I'm gonna do that shit, you know.
No, that shit is it's the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? It really is the
Abs-
Matrix.
Absolutely. It's crazy. It's crazy because I did this edit on Jared's website for Never Good Enough last week, and it was simple, right? I'm just putting a picture on the homepage, make it say close shop, and for some reason, like on the mobile version, image kept like stretching out, but like lost like pixelation. It was like it
It
was
makes it
driving me
really
crazy.
fucked up looking. Yeah.
Yeah, because it worked at first after I published it, but then I went back and like made like a slight adjustment because I was trying to get like the second word to be a little bit more bold. But when I
Mhm.
did that, it just fucked
Threw off the
everything up.
whole code.
And I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. So I mean, eventually I just used like this. I just made it all be in one div, and that kind of made it easier. But yeah, like so. I don't
And
know about
I
the
was
code.
quarantining. I was quarantining at home. Work aside from work.
You didn't even
Bro,
hear
it
the
was
best part.
so my wife's pregnant, right? The whole time. So like my
Nigga
wife don't
about
go
going
outside,
for
right?
war
Cause
stories right now, boy.
so like we're not going outside. We're not visiting nobody. You know, we're scared she's
Just y'all
pregnant.
locked in.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to the grocery store. Like that's it. That's me
That's
going
your
somewhere.
escape.
It's spending 30 minutes. Like I would get high as shit in the parking lot, fries, and then go in with some
Oh,
headphones and just like
vibes.
just get everything that I needed on my list. That was it.
Mhm.
And sometimes get a coffee before from like Starbucks or something. Treat myself.
Damn, you
Uh,
That's
treated
when he
like
get
that was
pressed
like
when he get
Mike's
home.
day
Like,
out.
yo,
What's that?
what?
Yeah, but it was like wild because like we weren't able to go out. Like our friends weren't like necessarily being as cautious as us. And Tandem moved, so like the one person who was being cautious
I
was
didn't move till
fucking gone.
October. I didn't move till October, bro.
Yeah, but you didn't really come over during those
Yeah,
months.
no,
I
I
seen you
wasn't. I
like
was
once.
Oh
definitely.
yeah, I think everybody was under the guise of
Yeah,
I might
It's
infect. I might infect.
yeah. Well, I think like
right.
anybody logical did, because there's a ton of people that didn't. You know what I mean?
I
Because
did it.
thousands of fucking people got
I
this
was
shit.
I was I was in traffic, yo. Hey, for those few months, man, nobody was on the fucking road, bro. It was sweet.
Yeah, that was tight.
No, I was definitely home though. And again, my wife, and then I got a job, bro, that was really fucking stressful, and it started the week after my son was home. And literally, my son was home for like 2 days actually, because he was born on the 2nd. I started on the 11th, but he was like in critical condition, like in ICU, whatever,
Right.
for like until that Thursday. So I started on Friday. So like, so like
Yeah, this
literally,
first day back,
I
you gotta go to some new shit.
yeah, and it was like insane. It was, bro, it was like the craziest work environment I've ever been in my life. But I'm very grateful. I'm getting paid. Like I'm very
Oh
grateful,
yeah. During that
You
time.
were so close to quitting that job right before like
bro.
the hard part stopped.
I'm still
This
here
is
though.
the
I'm
this is the
very
Facebook
grateful.
this is the Facebook job.
No, different.
This
I
is
left
like the
Facebook
job he got from learning all this coding.
Yeah.
What was this other job, if you don't mind?
I could say I work at a marketing agency now. I'm
That's
a
fire. What
digital
the fuck?
coordinator. Yeah, no, I got a good job. I'm very grateful, but it was very tough, bro. It was a lot of work. Very like I was going in like I'm supposed to start at 9:30, but I was starting like 7 o'clock every morning, and then I'm supposed to be done at 5:30, but I was like
Be there till
having
7.
tasks given to me. Yeah, bro, it was crazy. Even though I was home, like I never like I was
Left
always on the
work.
computer. Yeah. On the weekends I work Saturdays too. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That dollar, boy. And what were you up to, Ted?
So I basically like got put on like work from home right away too. Like I work at like an insurance spot.
Oh, both
So-
y'all niggas got good jobs. Damn.
His
No,
job's a lot
yeah.
better than mine and more useful for like what we're actually trying to do.
Mhm.
My job does have its perks though. Like when I was in the office, their office was fucking like top of the line shit, free snacks all day, fucking catered
Did you
meals
have
like
to
once a
wear
week and
like
shit.
professional attire?
Nah, we were chilling. Like it's like a phone thing. Like I wore this that has like a joint on it before. Like they didn't give a fuck.
Fire.
I don't really want to say what it was because like sometimes I
You
talk
fine.
shit about them. Just like the way it's set up. It's like a
No names.
it was
no
like a
specifics.
startup type deal.
Mhm.
But like so I work there. It's cool. They have like really good benefits. You know what I mean? And like it was at the time the most money I had made. But like it's like a call center. You know what I mean? That's essentially what I do.
Right.
So it's not like
But
cool
it's
and
just
engaging and
the
shit.
it's the information that you're dealing with that makes your job what it is, right? Like, because you're obviously dealing with like those, account information and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like helping people set up policies, understanding their policies, changing them, that shit. Um, so like it was cool to understand what insurance is. I always liked switching jobs so I can understand like the back end of stuff. Like even working at Quick Trip for all that time, like I thought it was really cool the first year, like understanding how optimized everything was, like really taking my time to understand like a business and like why
Did they
is
move
this
you
one
around a lot
successful.
when you were
Uh,
working at QT?
so not really. Like it's kind of your decision when you move, unless you're gonna like choose to get promoted. They put you at different stores. But like I was
Yeah,
only
because
ever like a clerk, dude.
there was like a couple times where somebody, one of the clerks or whatever, this Goodyear one, all the way in like fucking, that'd be on like Northern and like,
Oh yeah.
or like off of Bethany and like 35th or some shit like that. And
There's like
what are you
a
doing here?
like a position where you're called it's like a emergency relief person. So like someone
Mhm.
calls out, you go work at that shift.
Trash.
Like and then like if there's like leftover of those people, there's like partials. So you go in through half the day. If you decide you're not really feeling it, you can put in for a partial. And if there's leftover people after everyone's called out, they send them over and let whoever didn't want to work go home. So
When I
like
used
Damn,
to,
QT, fuck with y'all.
no, it was
But
cool. I fucked with it
yeah, when I used to work at QT, I used to call for partials as often as I
all
could.
right, man,
every day.
hold on, man. I met Jerry at QT. So all
Yeah,
y'all niggas work at QT?
yeah. It's almost like a rite of passage.
Wow,
Like a lot
I
of my
fuck with
homies
it.
worked at QT.
I fuck with it. QT or don't bang, man. I
Yeah.
feel it. That's hard.
Ray worked at QT. Ray from Creto.
They install really
Um,
good work ethic, or they fire
Hey,
your
he's
ass.
dope as hell. He's dope as hell, by the way. Credo,
Yeah.
that nigga's dope.
It's tight that you can sell things that people don't necessarily need.
I mean, but that's kind of dope though. Like,
No, I'm not
like, I
knocking
think
it at all.
everybody
Like
wants
it's
to play
awesome.
into.
Like I think that's part of that's one of the coolest things. Like it has less utility even than a shirt, and you're
Mhm.
still able to push it. That's fire.
Nah, yeah, facts,
You know
facts.
what I
I
mean?
think
Like it's so cool.
those things rock. Those things are easier to sell because it's not restricted. Like with a T-shirt, you're restricted to the sizing.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You can put whatever
one of my
plants you want.
friends, he runs like a fitness clothing brand, and I was asking him about like clothes and shit. He said one of your best where it's to a size because at the low end they'll always buy that. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a hat like one size fit all or a lighter or a plant pot. You know what I'm saying? Like those things will always sell. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's
like
true.
say somebody came to Cradle for like a shirt isn't there. He has the pots right over there for like less than get a pot sell. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of clutch.
That's true. That's true. I think once. I don't know. Does he have like clothes planned, like of his own?
think
I'm pretty sure. Like it's
I think he plans on doing some collaborative work.
Yeah.
I know
I mean, he's already
he
done
did the
some.
one with INTL
Yeah.
International.
oh yeah. See, like that's not. I don't think like clothing is. It's like promotion, really. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. That's how you
wearable
place yourself.
promotion.
100%. I mean, obviously you have to have something good, but somebody can have something good and not be placed in the right spot and never succeed.
Facts. That's very true. You know what I'm saying? And like it's. I think it's knowing your demographic and shit like that. And like prepping them
Yeah.
for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're not used to it, you know what I'm saying? It might be hard or they might jump to it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, that whole shit is like a risk and reward.
Yeah. All the homies be risking it. I love it. They're all doing
You
something.
have to, bro. You have
Yeah.
to, bro. And you gotta take some L's, bro. You really do have to take your.
Oh yeah, I think we've probably taken the most L's of any of our friends.
I think
I
every
it's been-
successful person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking L, bro. You need that shit.
Yeah. No, I
Builds
love the
character.
L's that happen. Oh, well,
Fuck
most
yeah,
of
them
them.
shits be
Most
so
of them.
funny when you think about
In hindsight, yeah.
Christian says our role is like storytellers, like in the whole situation. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because they're creating product, they're doing shit, and we kind of keep just like promoting people. You know, like even with Slater, like when we worked with him, we were doing events. It was like to put him in front of people.
Mm.
I feel like maybe he's right, dude. Maybe the outlet what this is now like is exactly what he described, and this is what we like to do. But
Yeah.
I never really thought of ourselves being the storytellers of.
Of
Well, I
what's
mean, you
going
guys
on.
kind of like y'all are documenting every, you know what I'm saying, with each episode. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Like,
Part of the archive.
yeah, bro. Like, there may be some shit you guys in this episode didn't cover, like
Yeah.
in the previous one. So like, it's all information. You know what I'm saying? It's dope.
No, for sure. And I mean, people must be fucking with it. So like every episode has, I would say we average like 100 people across like our platforms, right?
And then how many episodes you guys got?
This is 13,
It's 14, right?
14. But we took that huge like year-long break almost in between
It's
like
good. That's
episode 6.
1400 though. That's 1400.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Our earlier
say the
ones
next
actually
10 you
had
guys
even
get
more,
like
yeah.
like 1400
Yeah.
on top of whatever the 5 is.
It's
So
just
you're in the
consistency.
10s.
Yeah.
It's all progression,
Mhm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point I'm satisfied with our like quality of what we can do. And then like once we're in person, like I'm already so ready to invest in like more mics, so it can be
Oh yeah, I can't wait till y'all got the in person.
like that's just gonna be way better. You know what I mean?
Hopefully we don't get robbed, bro.
I don't.
It'll be
I
fine,
don't.
dude. We're not gonna
I
give
be
out.
thinking like I feel you, Mike. I be thinking that always in the back of my. But at the same time, for like what like you guys do, a lot of people will take the opportunity to be heard over stealing some mics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
So I
'cause
hope there
nobody
always be that
will
mutual
know
respect. Like,
with that shit.
Yeah. And hopefully if it's at that point that does happen, we've built like such a good thing that like not necessarily people rally behind us and like help us come back from it, but to where it's a sense it's not like a detriment to what we do. Like then
Nah,
it's
just
just like
insure
over.
all that shit, man. Just insure all
Yeah,
of it.
no, for sure. Like it's thousands of dollars
You know
worth
what
of
I'm saying?
shit. Yeah, of course. Come steal my shit. That's okay.
Yeah, they stole the mics and now we got an executive producer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, for sure. Like I already know. Once it has to deal, like, yeah, I'm not ready to lose all that. Just
Yeah.
to live stream and everything, there's like computers, there's fucking the mic itself. It does nothing. You know what I mean?
At that point, man. At that point, it's not. It's more about like y'all help.
You cut
Yes.
out for like the whole part right there.
My fault. At that point, like if somebody's gonna rob you, guys, fuck them. I'm saying take the damn table too. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
I
As
feel
long
you.
as you know what I'm saying. As long as y'all are.
I don't think anybody would ever rob us while we're there. I guess that's the definition of getting
like
robbed.
Camera's just like.
Like while it's
all I'm
live.
saying is, depending where we're at, like it's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah,
really
yeah,
expensive
yeah.
equipment
That's
there. You know,
Yeah.
like
Feel you,
That's
we're
man.
gonna have nice.
We'll have security codes. Don't worry.
All
You guys gonna have to put the fucking black gate that goes over the door and the bars over the
We
windows.
gonna get a
all that.
dog.
like at the mall.
Yes. Just pull that motherfucker down and just
Yeah.
before we go.
Oh, what's her name has one of those? Melanie, right? She's got
Oh
one
yeah,
of those.
Melanie G shop.
Yeah.
She does have that.
See, that
Hey,
shit probably
I
like
don't think she's
necessary.
been robbed. Yeah. But okay, I don't know how we got on this. Oh yeah. So I got sent from like to work at home. And then during that time, my grandma's health kind of like also declined. So my mom and sister like moved back to here to like help her out. And then because I was fucking not able to go anywhere or do anything, I ended up moving here too to like help
Right.
out as well. And that was like in October.
How's
when
your
I moved
grandma
here.
doing?
She's doing better than like when I got here, but like she has dementia, so like it's not like it's gonna go away or anything. It's just like the new
Yeah.
reality. But like
Shit's so heavy.
there was like other health concerns that have kind of gone away. So now it's just that. But Yeah, so that's been like with the majority of my thing up until like we went through with this live stream. Like that's really the only thing that I've actually worked on during all of quarantine. And that's only been what, the
No.
last 2 months? Maybe, right? I don't even remember. When was the first episode?
January.
January?
I'm pretty
This
sure.
year?
Then is it
No.
3 months already?
I don't know. February, bro. I don't know.
No. All right. So we had the first one with the boys, right? Who was on the second one?
I don't know.
Wow, you guys are.
Damn, we're fucking up. All right, let's just name all of them. We had Birdie for sure. That was one
Yeah.
with
And you guys
Denise.
had something milk noise or something?
We had Milk
like that?
Noise was the most recent one. We had Black Lenses.
Heart. I seen Heart on there.
It was Soleil. That was who the second one was.
Ah,
So we've had 5. This is the 6th one.
yeah,
right?
you're right. You're right. Because it ended with Perry. Like that was 2020, and then we started again in February.
Yeah.
February 19th was like when we put it on streaming services, which is probably like a few days before we actually recorded. Because we were posted on Fridays, I think.
Yeah,
when
that
we
was like a
first
week
came out.
later. Yeah. So it's been like
Now we're trying to do. Tan's been going in. He's been like putting that shit on the next day.
This will be out tomorrow. For sure.
Yeah.
Sometime. Probably like 3 p.m. or something.
Yeah.
for
So
your-
then, so the second one was Soleil, and then it was just us two. Our guest bailed that day,
Okay.
and that was pretty cool. I feel like I talked the most that day,
Yeah.
and then
I treated it like I was interviewing you. I kind of got interviewed this time.
yeah,
Yeah, no, it was cool because I watched that Busy Birdie episode. Man, what's up with this tenant?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I very much have placed myself behind the scenes on anything I've worked on. Kind of until this. Like, even in the very first interviews, I wasn't interviewing in every part.
No.
Like, there was 2 I think I interviewed,
yeah.
but like the rest
I
were
did the other ones.
Mike doing them.
Well, I
I
don't
did
know
that
why we
too.
did that. Yeah,
I think it's because,
It's probably just easier, bro.
yeah. And like, I don't know, man. You're kind of weird about certain guests. Let's not hide it from the people.
He was
which
being weird.
guest?
Mike was
Okay,
being weird.
the venture one.
Oh yeah, I didn't
you
wanna
guys
do
had
that one.
Venture on here?
Not on this like iteration. Like this was one of the very first ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's beautiful.
She's cool. I don't know exactly what she's doing now. She has hit me up a couple times, but I don't know. She doesn't really live here and shit. It's like hard to
I
maintain
stopped
friendships.
responding.
I mean-
Why, man?
Why? I don't know. I'm a sensitive dude, man. I'm real sensitive, and I think I just
She
I
did
think I
something
just-
drinking?
no. Honestly, Venture's never done anything like.
in a way,
that's
she
been
got
bad,
fucked over in the whole situation.
But I'm still like sensitive, so I thought she.
I'm being messy. Don't mind me.
Yeah, it's really not like nothing happened. There was no real falling out. Like I never said fuck you. She never said fuck you. It
You
just,
said
like,
fuck you, and she said fuck you too.
yeah, that's exactly how it happened. No, I just stopped responding. I just
Yeah.
like
She's cool though. I
Like,
still
And
fuck
you
with her.
know, you ghosted her?
yeah.
Not you, Mike.
I mean,
No,
the
I'm
thing is,
fucking
she
with
like
you.
stopped. She
Honestly, we were pretty close. Like I was like the ticket dude at one of her shows when she did the thing at Harkins in Tempe on Mill.
Right.
Did you go to that?
yeah, I went.
No. But where
I
she
know
had like
Al-
video
I was there. Yeah. Al was there for sure, and I think one of the other dudes you make music with.
probably one of them niggas I know for sure.
Yeah, he hangs out with Teddy. Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, so I've done some shit with her. She was real cool. We were pretty much friends. When she was dating Chewy at the time, JX. We're all
Okay.
pretty close friends.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and that's how I met Mars and shit. Cause I like met Mars like kind of like introducing myself because I went to a show, but like I really got to know Mars through JX because they were friends and I was able to like just give JX ideas. Not that he used them or like did anything, but like I just fed him ideas all the time because that's where I was at. And so like he would just always invite me over whenever they were doing shit. I mean, whenever they were like thinking about doing shows because I knew like I was about it.
See,
There was not a lot of
I always thought y'all were like in the same circle essentially. Because I was hip to him shooting music videos.
Yeah, I remember I wanted him to shoot a video for MP and he said he already had asked and it just never happened. This
What
was a
was the
while
video?
ago. It never happened. The video never happened.
What was the song?
I don't think there was a song. I think it was more like, hey,
Like,
let's
let's work.
connect. You know what I mean? Like I think that's as far as it went.
I'll tell you that MP is I don't know. MP handles all that.
Yeah, no. There was no bad blood. I don't think. I
No,
think it
for
was
sure.
like, yeah. But that was like the first. I remember like because I was a fan of MP's style because it's different than the other Arizona rappers.
Right.
And he probably don't consider himself that, but like, I was like a
I
fan.
make
So.
sure to tell him like, boy, you an Arizona nigga, man.
But Chewy put me on to a lot of the people that I met. But the ones like I ended up being friends with, it was more like I feel like they were seeking that out. Like they were like they wanted to just do shit too, and so I wanted to do shit, but like product wasn't my thing, Mars wasn't my thing. Like none of those two things were my thing. The thing that was my thing was like running some shows and collaborating with
Lone Soul, all
Tannen.
that.
Yeah, and yeah, we then we were able to make friends with Chewy or not Chewy, Jared and the Heart Boys and Christian. We were all
man,
able
hey,
to.
I want to just take this moment to shout out Jared, man. Another stand up in Arizona, man. Nigga walked up on me in QT. He was like, "Hey, your frame, right?" I was like, "Yeah, it was good." I was like, "Oh no, yeah, no, I fuck with you on the internet." I was like,
On
"Damn,
the internet.
thank you, bro." I think I stopped in rent at this. It was like maybe by like 27th.
You don't
or
work there
some shit.
anymore, right?
19th Avenue and like Glendale, I think.
Yeah. It was some semi north. Yeah,
I
it
pulled
was
up
like
on
right
the
across
spot
from
one
some
time.
apartments. But yeah,
Yeah.
it fucked me up. Real cool cat. I fuck with him, man.
He's definitely one of the nicest people. I never
For
seen
sure.
him like have any sort of altercation with anybody.
For sure, man. He doing big things. Guy. You know what I'm saying?
He's
Stand up.
finessing for sure. He's like he's running these numbers. He's gonna
No,
pop.
he's running it up, man.
Yeah, he's
You need
gonna
to take
pop.
more pictures. Yeah, I said it.
More everything, dude. I think everyone just needs to do more.
Yeah.
Right now, like it's such a prime time. You like build up until like right when quarantine shit is over. That's when you explode.
Yeah, fact.
How much shit you got ready to drop? Do you got some shit ready to drop, or you just like you make them and then you like how do you do that?
Make it put it out. I don't think we don't shelve shit anymore. Like just because I don't know, like when we have tend to shelve shit, we when it comes time to it, we kind of like nitpick. You know what I mean? We don't really appreciate it for when we did create it at the first time. You know what I'm saying? We're not even wearing bait. You know what I'm saying? Little stupid shit like that. Or
that makes sense.
We kind of just drop and give it to the people because it's more so that was its intent in the first place. It wasn't really like when quarantine popped off, we weren't in the thought process of fuck, we gotta wait because quarantine. We was just like, all right, we just gonna make these albums. MP just got out. We're just gonna push shit out. You know what I'm saying? MP basically he quarantined twice. You know what I'm saying? He did. So, I think that kind of worked in our favor. You know what I'm saying? Everybody stopped essentially. You know, and it was like a weird moment in time for like creatives and shit. Yeah, we don't shelve. There's no point.
I agree. To an extent. Like I think building like a massive project that is over a long period of time is like one thing. But like once
Yeah.
something's complete, it should be put out.
Yeah, cause I don't know, like we all right, like to go back on like the CJ guy, he makes a bunch of fucking music. You know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of songs, and it's like the shit that he puts out is like they're not even the songs that we get. You know what I'm saying? Like it's completely other shit. So that kind of like motivates. Like we see both sides of it, really. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we don't really find it necessary to like sit on. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a pocket with sitting on things. Um, like perspective changes. You know what I'm saying? Like you won't feel the same way you did about something when you don't drop it. You know what I'm saying? Like if MP recorded this song singing to women and we sat on it till fucking we could do live shows again, he might not like if he dropped it now. You know? That's
Uh,
really how MP works too. Is like he don't like
You got cut out right there too.
yeah. I said MP really doesn't like. I don't really my creative endeavors and shit either, because I feel like they're all moments in. You know what I'm saying? You don't just have a baby and just wait to fuck treat it and raise it and shit. You're kind of in the mix, right?
I mean, it takes 9 months to make a baby, right?
Well, yeah. So
Like,
all
then
right.
you
So for
spend in
instance,
all this
that
time like
yeah,
building
like
up
you're
to
gonna
it.
take this time to make the project, and then you're gonna incubate the baby some till it's the right time. Till you feel like it's the right time. You know what I'm saying?
Here's from like the way like I see it working at a marketing agency.
Mhm.
Anytime someone's gonna put out a product, like let's just say they're unveiling a website, what they'll do is they'll gather a bunch of assets and they'll prepare to promote it like different ways, you know? And
In
so
advance, right?
right in advance, during and after, you know? So even like I know with like traveling comedians, like I know they'll go and they'll do like if they're touring, right, and they're trying to sell out, they'll like go do a bunch of morning radio shows, you know, and just get their name out there,
Right.
get some conversation started because there's people paying attention. So I I do think it's good that you push it out, but I do think it's important. Like if you care about like reaching more people, I do think it's important to have like some assets planned out beforehand.
Yeah.
Not that I don't think you guys aren't doing that. I just think that's like all like you should just keep that in mind, you know, like whenever you do put out something, like have a couple of things
Oh
like
yeah,
reels.
MP album about to drop right now. After this
Let's
episode.
go. Let's
No, I'm
go.
capping. I'm
Putting the
capping.
rush on it.
But no, yeah, I definitely feel that.
Yeah, I think our big thing is like we had to stop, man. We were throwing events with fucking 50 plus people every time and talking to strangers in a sense. You know what I mean? Like we really had to stop doing that until we could figure out a way to make it work. But once it's all over, we're gonna like. I think people will be so starved for events that they'll be so much better.
I'm so
Shit.
inspired, bro. I was listening to the Eddie Murphy interview with this guy named Mark Maron. It's a
Mhm.
podcast. Mark Maron's like this old white comedian, Jewish dude. He's fucking funny. He's like old, like he's been doing comedy for like 30, 40 years, and like he went through phases where he wasn't famous and he got addicted to drugs, all those types of shit. But like now he has this newfound like fame because of his podcast. You know, he's able to interview people like kind of the way we do, and they kind of just get to tell their stories. And so like he gets to get people like fucking Eddie Murphy, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's a legend. Like a legend.
Imagine
And
having that
so
pool.
there
But
But like something that really stuck to me was Eddie Murphy was describing like him, like in it. This is not like the focal point of the story when he was sharing it, but like just stuck to me was that when he was in New York trying to make it right, and he was like hitting up venues and shit. Like there was like when he first started, he was like 17 technically. He was going to these venues. He was going like during the day and like during school weeks. You know what I mean? Like 17, where you should be in school the next day, and he'd
Yeah.
have like the 2 o'clock spot because that's like the last spot. That's which means like there's only a couple of comedians there. It's probably in the stands at that time. You know, people hoping they got time like next
Mhm.
to go. And he mentioned that there was a spot called the Comedy Spot, which is still there in New York, and it was like owned by these two businessmen. And so like I kind of want to be those businessmen, like with the next thing that we could do, where like we're able to host, you know, this thing for these people who are hungry and like it's the people going there are just people who like want to experience this thing. And there's enough people here in Arizona where I think we could do something like that now.
Oh yeah, for
Um,
sure. And there's spaces like that too, just available that would be great to house something like that.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of dope properties. I think it's just getting the money right first. I
Mhm.
don't want to jump into it before we're ready and have to stop just because I
yeah.
understand the businesses aren't going to profit probably within the first few years. You mean realistic? So like I want to be prepared for that. Like I want to be able to
Yeah.
give it all of it and not have to stop prematurely.
What do you see yourself doing? Like like outside of like I know you create art and you say you give it away. So like there got to be some part of it that you like, you love this shit. Like cuz that's why you give it to people who, you know are going to take care of it essentially. Like what do you want to do like outside of making art and having a shitty job? Not that your
Um,
job's shitty. I think everyone kind of don't like what they do.
yeah, right. Like you know what I'm saying. This like the job shit is more like a means to an end. But I don't know. I don't know. Probably have have a kid. I don't
Family
know, bro.
man. That's why he was hyping it
Family guy,
up that
become a
whole
family
time.
guy. You know.
Wait, how old are you?
Uh,
Just out of curiosity.
I'm 28 this year.
Okay, so we're all somewhat. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be 27 this month.
Right.
I think I'm 28. I'm
28.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 27. I'm about to be 28.
I think I just turned 28.
You
Right?
did?
I think so.
Tannen?
I don't know, bro. I'm
How old are
not
you?
you. Go look at your license. What year were you born?
Right.
Yeah. When I met you, you were a baby, bro.
What year were you born? I had just been 17 for like 3 months.
Man. No, I don't. Family. Fucking. I don't know. I'm
So
trying
you never
to.
really want this shit to be your job. You know what I mean? Good
28.
good
Yeah.
job figuring out how old you are.
I don't, cause it's straight, but it's like, all right. So what do I want to do? Do I fucking? I guess I'd be more set if MP shit is straight. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure there's like opportunity to fucking shoot with a fucking red camera, stupid shit like.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like at this point in life, I mean, I was able to fucking live my dream straight out of to an extent, like work with music, fucking hang out with my friends, hang out with women. You know what I'm saying? Go places. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty content, and like it's kind of scary. So like that's why I don't really know what else. You know what I'm saying? I guess be more financially stable. You know what I mean?
Why? Like I'm getting to the point of financial stability. Like I'm so close. But like I still want to make a movie, bro. That's going to be a big investment. Like it's probably going to come out of pocket. Like
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just how. Yeah, I don't. I want to make clothes. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like those are all. I feel like things like that they're all doable. Like you can to tomorrow if you felt like. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not it's on the standard that you envisioned or whatever, that's debatable. But you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I can do whatever the fuck I want. If I feel like going to New York, I can do that right. But it's more so a happiness thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and right now I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? So to say, you know what I'm saying? Is there anything? You know what I'm saying? I don't know yet. You know, thought that far into it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
But
you.
just
Just as a side note, we're at the 2:25 mark, so this is almost
answer them. Go ahead, ask them questions.
almost 2.5. Yeah. So I think I'm a little bit hungry. I'm gonna keep it real. I got some
Yeah,
food
no, let's
waiting
close it.
downstairs
Let's
for
close
me.
it out.
All right. So we always end it with like 3 questions, right? Do you have any that you are thinking of, Mike? I usually just come up with them. I don't know if you have a question on mind for one of them. We could start with you.
No, how about you start thinking about it? I'm gonna plug some shit.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I already
So
have the
next week-
questions.
Oh,
But plug
damn.
your
No, I don't
shit.
got
Plug
no
your
question.
shit.
So next week, we'll see what day are we at. Next week, the 10th, I'm getting my second vaccine. That's what's up. I got Pfizer. Just so you guys know. First one.
What day of the
wasn't
week is
bad.
that?
The 10th, I think it's Saturday.
You gonna be good for this episode the next day?
We're gonna see, Papa.
Right.
Alright.
He's gonna fucking turn into juice and shit.
But right now,
You gonna see me turn into
you know what?
a
You know
reptile.
what? It's like okay. Just let the people know ahead of time. You know.
No, absolutely. So on next Sunday, y'all might see me look a little weird.
Or
if
not
I'm
at all.
awake and on, yeah.
We
The
might
other
take a break.
thing, I believe Brianna's supposed to come next week, and then probably Ace Bugs, Asa.
Dope. Met him before. He's
Yeah.
real cool.
Yeah. So those people have confirmed. I just gotta check in again. So the cool thing about Brianna, she used to throw shows and events. Obviously, COVID made it so she had to stop. Brianna, when we met her, she had like just graduated high school, so like she's still really young. She was doing her own shows. And she was doing some shows on the South Side, which is real cool. And then Ace been rapping for a long time, been making shit for a long time.
Him and Jax had a dope ass video.
Which one?
By the way,
Which one? I was at one. I was at one of the shoots.
say that again.
I said I was at one of the shoots. Which one are you talking about?
The one they're like in
Is
this alleyway.
Is it like Weekend Friends?
Yeah. That shit was dope. That shit
Yeah,
was very dope.
That song's
I
always
was
stuck
there.
in my head.
I was there that day. I was there when we were plotting the video. We were supposed to come out with cool merch, but it wasn't realistic. Like we were thinking about
But that's how
buying.
that shit always happens, bro. That's
We were
literally
thinking
how
about
it always happens.
right. We were thinking about buying beer bottles
Mhm.
that were like.
And putting your
We were
own.
hoping that the neck was big enough so we could put like a fucking shirt in there. You know what I mean? It's like some merch, and that was gonna be the packaging, but that was unrealistic, and it never happened. But yeah, let's go into these questions.
We
Let's
ready?
end
You
this
want to
shit.
shout out anything before we start? We'll do the shout outs first.
Man, I want to shout out you guys for
Appreciate you.
this. All happened over a DM. So if you have anything that you want to promote, work on, hit these guys up. You know what I'm saying? It's real stand up guys. And have a conversation with them and shit. They're real cool guys, real easy to talk to and shit.
Appreciate you.
Go follow DFTM Exotics for all your rapper weed needs. If you
Oh.
some za, DFTM Exotics on Instagram.
Nothing for
Follow.
sale. But
Nothing for sale.
Starting
AZ
at
Prop
$65
20 whatever.
donation.
Oh yeah, the A start at you know what I'm saying at 50
21
bucks.
plus.
They start at $50. But I
Hey, if
will
it's
tell
primo,
you, as
then
close
it's
as
worth
you
it.
get to California weed.
Is
You
it
know what I'm
Cali weed?
saying?
Tell us the truth. Is it Cali weed?
Yes.
No,
That's
but
what.
like,
That's what. You know. Literally, it only costs as much as it does because back end goes and gets it himself.
I knew it. That primo don't come
Like,
from AZ, bro. It don't happen.
no, it didn't. Like that's
It's
and
so
like
funny.
I'm glad you asked that question because, bro, like that's
I like how you said the closest you're gonna get to Cali weed, and it is Cali weed.
like yeah. In Arizona, that's like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, for sure.
If you go
It's
to
just
the
too hot
Medi,
out here,
man,
man.
it's hit or miss.
There's some people doing it, but it's really hot, dude, and it costs a lot to.
Bro,
keep
that shit's
shit going.
dangerous.
Yeah.
For real. Dangerous. But follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BPGC. I post videos and funny shit, and I post the homies a lot. You know, and yeah, man.
All right, I fuck with it. Last two questions. First one's really easy. What like shout out a non-local and a local like music that you're listening to, whether it's like an album that just came out or a song that just came out, something
Go
like
check
that.
out "For You" by Pierre Bourne. This song was leaked 2 years ago. Well, he performed it on Instagram Live, and motherfuckers like screen recorded the song, and it was like a big thing on SoundCloud. I guarantee you will love this song. It's fucking amazing. And then for my local shout out, go pick up my man's He Hate Me on Instagram. He just dropped another coffee table book, photos of him and the homies, probably poetry, just real good home goods product.
What's the name again? It like skipped out.
She Hate Me on Instagram. They call him Big Al, but
Okay. Big Al used to have a podcast called Legal Trap.
yep, I give him
recall.
shit about it every time I see him.
Why? What's the
There's
shit?
so
you're
many
he
giving?
things
didn't need
called
to
Legal
stop.
Trap now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He didn't need
Yeah.
to stop.
Sure they
Yeah,
kept going.
he had the corner. He had it cornered with that name too.
Oh, for
But,
sure.
yeah,
And he's a graphic designer, so he could just make all his own shits.
Yeah.
he's really out of pocket.
Yeah, don't stop. Tell him don't stop.
I got you.
What about you, Mike?
Uh,
Give us some artists that you. Doesn't have to be anybody new or anything. Just what you listening to.
Okay. All right. I'm listening to honestly, like, I listen to playlists because I can't listen to an album all the way through unless like it's somebody I want to play. But right now the playlist I'm listening to is honestly it's gonna be a plug to our friends, but the Hardy Boy playlist 8. It actually the first two songs highlight two local artists. One of them being Fear of Making Out, which just dropped a project, and another group called Everybody.hz, which stands for I think Everybody Hurts.
Okay.
And they dropped a song called Aloe Vera. But you can find those on Apple Music or on their website. So if you went to shophard.com, they have like a tab, and I helped them make that, by the way. So I'm plugging it all.
I'm trying to find it on Apple right now.
It's on
How
their
you spell
website
Hardy
too, right?
Boys?
You might have to go to like like lab coat, and I think so you'd have to search lab coat or type in a Hardy playlist 008. Here, I'm gonna send you the link.
Yeah, I'm shoot that ASAP. And then what you got, Tim?
For like a local, I did listen to Bungaloo Blue. That shit was fucking bomb. What was
that sound
the
familiar?
song? It was the song that Soleil or Slater just dropped, or the
Okay,
album.
Yeah.
What was that song that got put on the snippet this week? What was that
I don't know,
song
it was
called?
track 3, I think.
Yeah, track
Something
3.
with a hard ass beat.
Track
that
3
beat
was
was
going
gold.
in, dude. I had that on repeat, so that's like my local one, definitely. If you're only gonna listen to one song off of that, I recommend that
Listen to
one.
that one.
But I recommend the whole thing. It's all good, but that was my favorite. And then
That
I
man
like-
got fired. Still shouting it out. Stand up.
oh yeah,
Yeah, stand up.
yeah. I don't really care about it now.
No, I'm just kidding. It's just talking shit.
Like it's quality, man. Like it is what it is. I hope that kid makes it because those are some of the best shows I've ever seen. Like the energy that he carries when he does give a fuck, like it's crazy. But yeah. So for like a non-local, there's this person. I think it's said Bakar, BAKAR. They just make really like cool kind of like, I wouldn't say poppy. It's like rock, kind of poppy, kind of rap. I don't know how to explain it.
Right.
But honestly, every song I've ever heard is really good. They're pretty big, so they don't really need a shout out. But I don't know anybody who really listens to them.
All right, bet, yeah.
I
Do you want
lost.
us to include anything specific in the details? Like, do you want us to include like DFTM, or do you just want us to include your shit?
If you could just
Yeah,
like
no,
DM us
you can put the
exactly what you
ODog
want in there.
video. I'll text you the YouTube right now.
Yeah. Just send us anything that you
that
want
we
in there
just dropped
besides
it.
your like personal links.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll send you just the last 2 videos. Damon Logan. Damon Logan actually dropped a project. I'm fucking up for not. Written in Love. I have a beat on there
Okay.
with the homegirl. It's called Hold On. Check it out. I made the beat. Very dope. Damon did his thing. Alex did his thing. Did her thing. But I'm gonna send you the video for Hassani and the video ODog. They're 2 separate things.
Right. Yeah, send it to
Yo.
the outlet one so that I can
Okay.
we can both see.
Lil Backend's verse on like the last project you guys put out, where he said, "I'm gonna put my pants on my gun." Bro, that shit
Yeah.
was so fun.
Yeah. See, man. Don't worry. Back end got shit dropping. We were just in the studio. 2 nights
I
ago,
like
matter
that.
of fact.
I like that in the video he don't do shit but just have like stacks of money. Just
He really having his way, man. He's one of them people who can't just.
You cut
We
out
don't
right
want
there.
to incriminate.
I don't know nothing.
Exactly. I don't.
Hey,
He's
Allegedly.
He's
don't know,
a
that's how
stand-up.
people get
That's what
their
I
money.
can say. He's a stand-up person.
you guys ever seen those videos where the dude stops random people and asks like what their job is when they have a nice car?
Yes.
I'm like, you know how many of those dudes are actually probably drug dealers? Fuck off! Don't be asking people how they make their money. You
No,
weirdo.
the one motherfucker to be like,
Be like,
that's the drug dealer.
You the cops.
Like,
Wow.
yo, what are you? Well, bro, get out of here.
Yeah. No, that's fucking crazy. Or like I seen the version of it where they go and knock on people's doors like at their houses. That's even crazier.
That's why they lucky. they
You
ain't get
fucking up
shot.
going up there just asking people, hey, what you do to live in this big ass nice house?
Bro, back
Killed a lot
up.
of people.
They should
You
go
don't
do
know
that
what they
shit in
know?
Phoenix.
Oh, dude, crazy.
Fuck
but
around, get shot.
last question. Last question is always a little bit more hypothetical, a little bit more debatable.
Okay.
So you got a straw, right, from like McDonald's or something.
Right.
How many holes are in the straw? 1 hole or 2 holes? Or a
Say
different
that one
answer.
more time.
How many holes are in a straw? 1 hole, 2 holes, or another number? Everyone
It's
take
like
a
3,
second.
right?
I'm curious to think or hear what you think. Why 3?
Well, you got one on one end, another on the other end, and then when you you join the ends, it makes a hole, right?
Wait, what you mean join the ends?
So he like
Like-
twisted it up. He bent it up.
Oh, okay.
I
So
wish I
then,
had a straw. That's funny.
then
I
wouldn't
don't
it
have-
just be like 1 hole at that point?
Well, yeah. I mean, but
If you twisted it?
is there not 3? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but the straw
Yeah,
is still
don't-
just the straw, right?
Oh, then all right. Then I'd say probably 2, right?
2 holes, so one on
that's
top,
right.
one on bottom.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mike?
I think 2's the right answer.
You think 2 holes?
Yeah.
What is it?
I think it's just one continuous hole, right?
No.
It don't ever
Oh,
stop.
facts, huh?
Nah. No.
Nah,
I mean,
because you
think
can go
about
into the. You could literally flip. Right.
But
Because
like,
if it didn't have a hole, it'd just be like, you know what I mean? Just a pipe.
so is it
with
no
2
holes?
Yeah,
is that what
yeah,
you're saying?
yeah. No, if
Are you
it
saying
had-
no
If
holes?
it didn't have the end. If it didn't have the end, it would just one. It would be one. But because there's 2, it's a tunnel.
Yeah.
So
You
is
gotta
it?
have 2.
So there's so no holes, right? It's a different thing altogether. Is that what we're saying?
No, I'm saying no holes if it didn't have a hole. Like if the straw was not suckable, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Then
And so
That's 0
removing
holes.
one end causes 1 hole, and then removing the second end causes 2 holes. You think?
Yes.
So you don't think it's just one continuous hole?
I
So where's
think
the
way
bottom
it's
of
being
where does one
created-
hole stop and the other hole start?
Well, from this side and then this side.
But like, so this hole,
Look, you got me looking stupid.
what's all
as
the
hell
middle
right now.
part?
2 holes.
How many holes does it have, Tana?
1.
1. All right, yeah, that's not exactly. Thank you.
Okay, but
That's a
there's
good
not
example.
a second anything to make it similar to a straw. You know?
But all right, so and that's
You
why
know
we
what,
said it's
MD?
2 holes.
If this was gone, what would that be,
But it
Tana?
changes
Would
the
that still be
object.
1 hole?
A cup has 1 hole.
We're
Right.
not looking at a cup. Here, look.
That's a cup. I
Now imagine-
think it's 1 hole.
Oh yeah,
Imagine-
it's perfect. Perfect.
Imagine it was flat over here.
Wait. Can she answer the
Sorry.
question too? Can we ask her?
Yeah, babe. We need you to answer this question.
She's gonna say this. She's gonna say that right there too.
All right, my wife said I gotta get out. It's been 3 hours.
Okay.
Alright,
Answer one
guys.
question and we'll go. Tell us the last question, literally.
All right, last question, babe.
We'll end it in the next 2 minutes if she answers.
All right. So, does
What's
the
up, Chef?
straw have 1 hole or 2 holes?
Or a different number.
This is the last question. This is literally
What
all
kind
right.
of high ass question is this?
Oh, come on. You
Oh,
know the
brother.
vibes.
This is
Just the general answer and like some brief reasoning behind it.
I feel like I need to be high for this.
Just
Speak into the mic. You gotta get the mic.
Does this straw have 1 or 2 holes? 1.
1 hole.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
She's
Okay.
wrong.
I'm out.
She's
Okay.
wrong. She's
Hey,
wrong.
tell me.
Let's go.
Hey, we
Closing
got
the
that
app.
shit. 1
Closing
hole.
All right, this is the
1
end of the
hole.
episode.
All right. Okay. I mean, it's up for debate. You know what I mean? Nobody's supposed to be right or wrong. But-
no, I'm
Mike,
right. You're wrong.
Mike, you have bigger problems at home.
Let
bro.
us know
She
in the
said-
comments. Let us know in the comments what you guys think.
There's bigger problems.
Mike, you better change your answer,
you got
dog.
bigger problems at home, Mike.
All right.
It's
I appreciate you for coming by.
Always, man.
I always tell people that you're always welcome to come back if there's ever a Sunday you want to promote something, or if you see somebody that you know is coming on and you want to be on with them, you're always welcome. So definitely just hit us up.
Oh yeah, hey, look, if you guys need an extra guest,
Yeah, we're down to have you on for sure.
I fuck
Just,
with y'all. You know what I'm
same.
saying?
We're gonna keep trying to make it consistent at the same time. So just keep whatever
Hey,
you want.
now that I got y'all on,
I can't hear you.
you can't hear me?
Oh no.
No,
What'd you
I'm
say?
gone. I'll be back in the chat since I'm on Discord.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
I'll be popping
It's
up.
tight that when I look at it, I'm just like, damn, this is a nicely curated Discord community.
It's dope. Y'all
The
got some
people that
fire
are
in there. I feel bad if you ain't in there.
Yeah, we'll get some more in there too. But yeah, again, I appreciate you, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah.
All right,
Later,
y'all.
man.
Y'all be safe. Appreciate y'all.